So it'll be like semi-live. Done this before. There's the auto. Yeah. But yeah, we'll do a big podcast. Any questions or whatever, just bullshitting, just chilling. Did a podcast yesterday. John and I went down to Somerville, right outside of Charleston. Did a podcast with Wizard Forge. Talked to them and hung out with them and stuff. So double muted. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's pretty good. Yeah, double muted on a Tuesday. Double muted up on a Tuesday. But yeah, so hung out with them. Got to meet Francis Armory. Was there anyone else? I met what's his name? Dude, I don't even remember his name. I was choking when he was talking to me.
Oh yeah.
I was like fucking dying on a chip. Like I was like,
yeah.
He was introducing himself, like put his hands out like to meet me, and I'm like, hold on, dude, I got a chip like at the back of my throat. Like, dude, I'm gonna hack up. And if I move this hand away,
I think you're more like,
yeah, like what's up? Yeah, I'm fucking dying right now, bro.
Yeah.
Like so, but yeah, so pretty cool.
That was a fun trip though, man.
It was.
The drive was awful, but I think once we got there, it was sick.
Yeah. So the trip down. So of course, like look at the radar, right? Look at the radar, and it's homie looked like he went corporate. Dude, he is corporate, bro. He is corporate.
I'm an undercover 10-year-old now, bro.
Damn, dude. Won't even say that, but yeah. So like it was like 30% chance, 40% chance of rain, whatever. That's like every day, right? Like every day, like in the Carolinas, like
during
anywhere.
The summer,
during the summertime, like hurricane. I thought hurricane season was over, but yeah,
my first husband.
That's my first husband. Jefferson, bro, threw up my printer, bro. But
chicken fries.
Yeah, dude.
Gross.
I wish chicken fries were like they used to be, like off OG. But anyways, though, fucking just poor ass rain, like dude, like straight up like hurricane like weather, like rain and stuff, torrential all the way down. And just a nightmare. Like just
like 35 miles an hour on the highway. Like you're going 50, now you're going 30. Now you're going 50, now you're going 30. Feeling like you're gonna die the whole time.
Yeah, and I was definitely like fucking zapped up. I was like fucking like ready to go. So, but yeah, it was funny. Like we were on one of the back roads, and like both of us thought the same thing. We were like approaching it. And I'm like, oh, it's just like a little runoff of like sand had run off from like all the rain.
Or like when they make the bridges and like they use the different kind of concrete, so it's like a little bit yellower, like compared to the blacktop. Yeah,
and so like I start getting a little bit closer. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's a huge fucking mud puddle. Like it was fucking huge, and I was like, damn boy. But yeah,
bro,
cool.
Like over the roof, like the wave went over the roof. Bro. I was like, I hope this Jeep is sealed up, dog, or else we gonna be walking home.
Yeah, it was fucking pretty dope. But yeah, it was fine. We were okay. And then the ride back was like nothing.
Cake, dude. Cake.
Yeah,
like compared to the way down there, dude, we flew back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a good time. Went down there, saw some things, saw the farm.
Right. Yeah. Saw some damn chicken, boy, some peacock, some cow,
some emus, some pigs, bro. Yeah. Baby cow.
Definitely. Yeah, that was pretty. It was kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting. I guess. Well, I did know. At I don't want to say it, bro. Rump Ranch, but anyways, So, but yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, so in regards to that, because there's a bunch of chat with people, and obviously a lot of stuff's been focused on the podcast. So really putting a focus back on that and really getting back into it. And obviously the last time John was on was back in August. I went back and looked, and it was August of like 2022. When did I post that the actual podcast? It was this year, or was it in December?
Dude, I think it was like March.
Was it March?
I don't know for sure, but I feel like it was.
Yeah, I kind of believe you though. I think you're right. Though. So yeah, it was definitely way overdue a little bit. Some stuff had already surpassed and whatever. I mean, like nothing crazy. So
I think we started out, we had a lot of plans, and then when it actually dropped, we had done a lot of the plans.
Yeah,
so there was this like weird like disconnect. But
yeah, it's one of those things. But yeah, saved by the mute button. But yeah, so it was pretty cool. But like in the same time, it was kind of like, fuck, it's like one of those things. I guess like in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, I gotta get this out. Dude, that looks like a penis, bro.
Are you looking at these comments right now?
No.
I got 19 illegitimate children.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. Hell, yeah. I mean, I know that. Look how handsome he is.
Dude, I look like one of them.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, let's see here. What else? What else you got going on?
Photo of Max with the rock body, bro.
Oh yeah.
The Boulder Boy.
Boulder Boy.
Yeah, dude. You know how long it took us to figure out who sent that? We were like going back and forth. I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure it's this guy. I was like, not that guy. Like going through it, dude. We're like, who the fuck was that?
Yeah, because he called
fire, bro. Yeah, super fire.
Yeah, you called me out on it. So like he was like, oh, by the way, did you like? I
was like, I can't believe you didn't reply to this dude's cool picture, bro. I never get photoshopped. He photoshopped, bro. You didn't even hit him with the reply.
Yeah, and I went and looked at it, and I was like, that's actually, I was like, Jesus Christ, that's fucking. I was like, who the fuck made that? Like that's fucking hilarious.
Hell yeah.
And so he was like, well, and I figured like it could, if someone's gonna Photoshop me, it's someone who like knows both of us. So I'm like thinking like I'm going through all his friends list. I'm like, damn, dude. I'm like checking some of these guys. I like people I think would maybe do it. I'm like, I have no idea, dude. Like, I had no idea. I don't even remember seeing it.
Yeah.
It was like a phasing moment. I was out of body experience.
It's funny too, because like there's so many random, like nobody uses like their actual name on Instagram. It's all these different handles. So it's really hard. Like when you meet somebody in person, it's like, oh, I'm pretty sure you're this guy. Like when we met like Francis yesterday, it's like, I was like, oh, I was talking to you about Vans. He was like, me?
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, maybe this is the wrong dude. And then like 30 seconds later, we're both like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, it's the same person. But like just having all the different handles and everything.
Yeah. Same thing. Like when I didn't want him to see my phone because I had him as Francis.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, like if it's named Francis Defense or whatever, then maybe his name's Francis. I don't know, but obviously it's like a play off the Liberty Bell, I guess, everything like that. Like Anyways, but yeah, so I wasn't sure, but his name's actually John, so totally opposite. You know?
Yeah. Good name.
Another fucking John. You know.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so it was pretty cool. Like, you know, getting to meet them, and then like obviously that podcast a little outdated, like a little stale bread, right? So you know, obviously we'd have to do another one, but it works out because like, you know, we're gonna start rolling these bad boys out and having my John back on, and then kind of rolling it off and talking about things like we'll kind of go over some of the things we got to do from the meetup and everything. Yep. What all you've had going on, anything new, anything crazy, and then we'll talk about kind of like some cool, exciting stuff that's coming up September. Yeah. So it'll be kind of cool, and some folks already know about it and everything like that. So it'll be pretty exciting. Yeah. So and Francis Mary, fuck, dude, you're right. Yeah, that's 100%. But his logo's the bell. So like that's a touche, like yeah, with Francis Mary and the Swamp Fox looking good, twins. Oh, thanks, dude. Hey, you looking good, twin. Hey, twin, you looking hella good today. But yeah, so go ahead and do a podcast, catch up. Feel like ask any question, whatever. But yeah, so John, let's talk about it. So if you haven't listened to the previous episode, I actually would probably need to re-listen to it, talk about it, and like have a remembrance. But like talk about Greyfarm, talk about what you do, and we'll do like a quick little synopsis, you know, if you haven't seen the prior one.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. You just want me to go ahead and start?
Go for it, dude.
All right. So basically, private shooting range in North Carolina. My parents used to have a 250-acre horse farm. They've sold parts of it, so now we're down to about 60 acres. And when all the COVID stuff was going on, basically you weren't allowed to do anything. I was big into like rock climbing at the time and tried to do like some mountain biking stuff, but I found out that I just suck at mountain biking. So I started to get really into shooting again, going to college, and then just with all the stuff that was like happening in the world, I was like, I don't know, like this is seeming like it's, you know, more prevalent than it was a little while ago. And being in school, you know, you can only be so prepared. You know what I mean? You don't want to look like that crazy person. Yeah. So like I toned everything down super hard in college, but I was like, man, I don't know if like I agree with this like be a victim kind of thing. Like, oh, everybody else will take care of you and it'll be fine. So started to get back into the shooting side of things, and then it kind of just took off from there. Yeah. Like I was working at this like local outdoor store, which some of the dudes from Spiritist used to come into. So like that was kind of my first like big play. Like I started to meet some of those guys and like go rock climbing with them and stuff. And then from there, I was like, I met Adam, I met Zane, I met Josh at the time. He was there. There was two Joshes. This was actually HR Josh. And then there was also other Josh. I don't want to say his last name on here and have him get mad at me again. I showed his face one time, dude, and I got yelled at. Shutter wide shut. Yeah.
Freak out. Yeah, your boss is here, bro, so you better get to fucking work. So he's working, dude. I promised. I swear to God he's working, dude. I swear to God he's working, Casey.
Casey, I'm on the clock, bro. Don't worry. We're talking about training.
Yeah, we're going to get to. Yeah. So, but anyways, continue. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No worries, man. But yeah, so from there, dude, met the Spiritist people, went, like, started shooting with them, and, like, I was already a fan of their products. So, like, meeting them, it was kind of like meeting your, like, your heroes kind of thing. So it was like I was fangirling over Adam, dude. I was like, oh, you need some carabiners, bro? Like, I got you. So like started hanging out with him and doing everything. And then from there, I was buying and selling a lot of gear and stuff with with Dad's Pelican. So we went down, and he had like a super good plug in North Carolina. So we got a bunch of like dermo shit, and we had these blower suits. So I hit up Kevin Owens from Fieldcraft, and I sold him the blower suits and everything for the personal security course. And then a little while later, he was like, hey, let me check out your range. Maybe we can run some classes there. They checked it out. Everything went pretty good. They were like, yeah, we can definitely do some stuff here. And then my neighbors started being pretty abrasive, just trying to like basically just like throw their weight around and try to do like lawsuits and stuff like that. Since then, it's actually gotten a lot better.
That's awesome.
Which I never thought it was going to get better. I figured it was just going to get worse and worse and worse.
I didn't think so either. Like when like the first time we talked about it, and I think that's when it had like kind of escalated. Like when we first met, and then
it was
like
getting heavy, bro. Like I went down to Utah to do some stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm not even at my house, and they're like, we found these rounds in the bottom of our pool.
Yeah.
And like knowing as many people as I do in the firearm industry, like I text like my 3 main dudes, and they're all like, bro, I've never seen that before. So they send it on to their reloading people, and then they're like, bro, that's a like 47-year-old 30-06 round that you can see the plier marks on the front where they like pulled it out, dropped them in their pool, let them sit there for a while, and we're like, oh yeah, his rounds are somehow going up and down. And
that's I think like the common strategy when someone's like dealing with like a shooting range or whatever, because that was very similar to like some stuff and like reports I had heard from like another range. That same thing, they were fighting with people in a local area. Same thing, very rural, so it wasn't like a super big neighborhood, like like little country houses and stuff.
Yeah,
the same thing. They were like like, oh, this round went through like our fucking deck, and then like they were finding rounds in like pools and stuff. And same thing, it was just kind of like, how would that like that makes no sense. Like how the hell would that happen? That's kind of crazy,
Yeah, they're reaching pretty far at that point. So it just kind of it made me really upset for a while. It made me pretty bitter towards everything. And honestly, dude, like the Greyfarm community, like it's pretty sick. Like having everybody come together and be like, hey, dude, like you're not doing anything wrong. Like those people are like not just like gaslighting you up to be like, oh yeah, everything I'm doing is perfect, but just like to have people on my side. Yeah. Like I was like the odd man out, or like in my like little like not horse community, because I like live
local
in the
area.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, tough, dude. And I can vouch, because like my wife, she's been a part of like equine, like that whole background of like, obviously like with yours like with thoroughbred racing, and like she was always in eventing, jumping, and like and oh my god, dude, eventing. So it's like 3-day eventing, so cross country, dressage, and then jumping. But like the people that are in those realms are just kind of like, I don't want to say they're delusional, but some of them definitely are. Like they're just unaware of like anything around them, and then a lot of them will come down from up north. A lot of people will move, down to the south, and like, like in Aiken, Southern Pines, that area and stuff like that. So it's like, kind of a misconception of, they're just not. It's a different thing, and it's like a common thing, right? Like where like it's like the common perception. They'll come down, move down,
leave somewhere they don't like.
Yeah, leave somewhere they don't like, or they have issues with, or like the way things are operated, and they think it's unfair, or like dealing with something. And then they'll move somewhere else, and it's like, well, back where I'm from, there's like, that's not how we do it. Like, that's not how it works, or, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, well, it's like the same thing. It's like, okay, well, you can't complain about, moving down here and then like having gripes, it's just kind of crazy.
Yeah. It's like moving to Hawaii and being like, like the ocean's too loud.
Facts,
like turn it down.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Yeah. What's up with all these damn turtles, dude? Like, I don't get these turtles. I'm tired of like having my lights off. Like, crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, so the craziest part about all of it is I live right next door to Camp McCall. So if people know that, it's like a special forces training base. They do like the Q course stuff there. They'll roll through, dude, like 3 o'clock in the morning, busting a 50 cal like right next to my house. Like they will do gun runs. They'll do everything right next to my house. They'll do this thing where they land a helicopter in the field.
That's the craziest shit, too.
They've got like a daisy chain, like with like 6-foot intervals, and they'll run up and they'll all click to the thing, and they'll literally fly them away and like have these dudes flying over the treetops, like hanging behind this like helicopter, like this far. And you can't call Uncle Sam and be like, oh my God, stop shooting the gun. You know what I mean? So like, they take all that frustration, I feel like, and kind of just push it over on me.
What's like, who's the person I can go after? Like, who's the person who I can actually get like try to get in trouble or something?
Yeah, and who's the easiest target, kind of? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, like they kind of. I feel like they always kind of felt like I shouldn't have what I had. Like they were like, oh, you were given like a golden ticket. Like,
right.
Yeah, right, bro. Like I was homeschooled. No sound. He said no sound again.
Who said that?
Lost audio.
Is
it because that phone call you had come in?
Probably. That's probably exactly what it was. It's probably, if I had a phone call that came through, so it probably,
all right,
it's Apple now.
Mute yours. Mine's back on.
Yeah.
All right, are we good now? No, yeah, there you go. Hold on. All right, can you guys hear us now? We good?
Echo, anything?
All right, cool. Bet. Yeah, somebody, he had a spam call come in.
Yeah.
So it messed everything up.
Dude, and that's so, That is so fucking annoying too. Like that's not the
Triggered.
first time. Yeah, like well, it's not necessarily with like it's not the phone. It's Instagram. So like as soon as it gets some kind of like what the hell, they got that damn thing blurred out, boy. It's a fucking corn. Dude, damn boy. He's watching it. Some on YouTube. Sorry.
He was saying he lost us at 6-foot daisy chain. So anyway, so they're like hooked up to this daisy chain and they're flying around doing their thing, like hanging behind the helicopter, making a ton of noise. But like you can't complain to Uncle Sam. You know what I mean? So I feel like they took that frustration that they had just for like gripes in general and just the fact that they're like, you know, mid 50s, 60s horsewomen that are past their prime. They're just bitter. So like they take all that frustration and they just put it onto the like loud noises, you know? And it's just like what I'm really doing is not affecting you at all. It's all this like internal stuff that you're just releasing and like.
Right. Well, and like sometimes with people like that, they are so like whatever you're doing, they don't like it all. So it's like they're
if
gonna
you're having fun, they don't like it.
Yeah, maximum energy towards like something they dislike, even if it's not affecting or bothering them. It's just like everyone takes things so personal.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if it's something that they don't like, they feel like they have to like make it a point to like get you to stop, even though again doesn't affect them. Nothing that bothers them or like does, you know, anything. It's just, I don't know, kind of crazy mindset to like have to want to like make it a mission to like just disrupt someone else's way of life.
Yeah, it's a really sad outlook, man. I mean, if you're looking for the worst in every situation, like I'll hear like there's this one kid that's homeschooled that lives like right down the road, and I was homeschooled. So this little kid rides his 4-wheeler all day, every day. I think it's the coolest thing in the world. Every time I hear that 4-wheeler, I'm like, that's sick. That kid is having a blast. He's living his life. He's just, you know, smiling ear to ear. Like these might be his golden years, you know? He might be drafted in 10 years. Who knows? But anyway, like, you know, he's doing his thing. Every time I hear that, I'm like, I'm stoked for that kid because it's an awesome experience he's having. Whereas they hear it and they're like, that's bothering me. That's taking away from my life.
It's a disruption.
Yeah. Like that person, they're like either a 0 or a 1 on the happiness level. This kid's living like 99 happiness and you're about to take all that away from him to get your 1 point or whatever, you know, like
it's such a weird like dynamic to have too. Like I guess like I some mindset, like I can't understand how someone would be so unhappy with their life that they have to make sure everyone else around them is miserable. So
yeah, I mean, you got all these choices in life, man.
Yeah.
You're the one that picked all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know?
You can't tell me you went down, looked at land and whatever property, and then you're like, oh, by the way, be aware that we're close to, you know, military operations, stuff like that. It's going to fly over. You know, it's like, you know, it's, I don't know. It's just kind of just almost silly. It's like, again, it's like the common mindset that the world does not revolve around you.
Yeah.
You know, there's other people living in and around you that have a way of life or whatever. And, you know, as long as they don't affect you or bother you or like, you know, why do you care so much?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Or like
it's just kind of crazy.
Physically, like if it's not taking away from your life, like if it's not hurting you or like, you know, like who cares?
Everything's so personal.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, you know. So pretty crazy. But so past that.
Yeah.
But on a good note, it's like definitely in a better phase.
Yeah,
and
thank
whatever.
God.
Yeah, they died. So like, just kidding.
Nah,
they mysteriously disappeared. No, I'm just kidding. Totally.
Yeah.
But they've kind of toned back, I guess.
Yep. And because for a while, dude, they were like calling the police on me for everything. So like
this dude was farting and they called the police.
So the one night that the worst thing they did was they called a 911 hang up call at like 4 a.m. And so I got like, I live in the middle of nowhere. So like they came out, like I live on, I think it's probably like, it's like a 3/4 of a mile driveway. So they come all the way down the driveway. They bang on the door. I go to the door and I'm like, I've got my strap. So I'm like sitting here at the door and I'm just like thinking, I'm like, dude, I'm not opening this fucking door. Like I was just like thinking of all the different stuff that's going on. And then he's like, you know, Hope County Sheriff's Office. And I'm like, you sure? Like,
yeah,
you for real, bro? And he's like, yeah, or something else. And I was like, okay. I was like, hold on, I'm coming out. Cause like my dog was like barking a shit ton. I was like, hold on. Like I have a big, like 140-pound mastiff. So she was like lighting his ass up through the doorway with the barks. So I pulled her back and like, whatever, walked outside. And he's like, yeah, you know, did you call 911? I'm like, no. They're like, well, say it came from this address. Like they reported it from this address. And I was like, no. He's like, is there anybody else inside? I was like, yeah, my girlfriend's inside. He's like, okay, cool. See you later. I'm like, you're not going to check on her?
That's
like,
kind of crazy.
Yeah, but I guess, so the thing I found out about the 911 hang up calls is no matter what, they have to send somebody.
Yeah.
So he literally was just doing like the baseline, making the contact, and he was going to go drink his coffee and chill out.
Well, it's like I was saying too, like it blows my mind that they were getting away with like doing like wasting resources. Cause it's like, like I guess like when you're making those kind of calls, I guess like the devil's advocate of like call, whatever, let's say a call, say wolf or whatever, you say it so many times, it's fake.
Oh, crying wolf.
Crying
yeah.
wolf, yeah. And then the one time they actually are needed, then whatever. But same time, I would say like if this same people are calling, they call like 3 or 4 times and it's bullshit. It's just something that they're just unhappy about because they don't like it themselves. Like I cannot believe that emergency services or something like that was like, hey, we're going to charge, because I think they can charge you for something.
They had to warn her first.
Yeah.
And whenever they warned her, they do this thing, bro. So like when one girl got warned, the other one started calling.
Gotcha.
And then when that one got warned, another one started calling.
Oh, you have 3 calls and then they're gonna.
There's like a little community that's
Reset,
basically like being like ganging up against me.
How many is that? Because I always thought it was just one.
No, I'd say 6 different households.
Holy shit, 6?
That's what I'm saying. So when they got together, they're all like, I googled the houses and I look them up, and dude, they've got a swimming pool, they've got a massive boat, they've got like the greenest lawns you've ever seen. So what they're gonna do is they're just gonna drag it out over and over and over. They're never gonna win, but they're gonna break me in the process.
Yeah.
Well, they were gonna try, but anyway, so we kind of, there's a certain, like, I didn't realize that there's stuff you can do like proactively to go against that. So like, yeah, I do the thing. But yeah, so like anyway, I met up with like the local sheriff. So like that was the main thing I did. Like I met like the chief of the sheriff department. I don't know if he's a chief. I don't know what you call him, but yeah, the head deputy. So I met with him, and he was basically like, hey, look, the turnaround time for our officers is so fast that usually, like, if it's a 6-month interval, you're getting different cops coming out to respond. So you're going to get like different people each time. So you're going to have to keep going through this over and over and over again. So what he did was he gave me his personal cell phone number. So whenever the cops, like, they stopped coming, but when they did call the police, they'd drive down the driveway. I'd call him, like have him already on the phone, because they wouldn't try to like let me call anybody. So I'd have him already on the phone on speaker, and I'd be like, and I just like pointed at him, and he'd be like, hey, this is Sheriff, I'm not going to say his last name. And he's like, yeah, yeah, Barney Fife. But yeah, no, he's like, yeah, like, piss off, guys. Everything's good. The berm's good. Like, they're fine. Like, go talk to the other people.
Dude, imagine being super hyped up, getting this crazy call. You're kind of new, and you're like, holy shit, rural county, kind of like maybe bet. I can't remember if you have a bet. I think I actually have a good signal around your place, but going all the way out here.
No, it's bad. It depends on what you've got, and we're right at the county line. So like the ditch of my driveway is the other county.
And it's kind of a drive too. So like, if you don't know where you're going, you'd be like, okay, where am I supposed to go? So if you're like trying to finesse your way and going down.
And they're listening. They're just listening for gunshots at this point.
Yeah. And so like, you're taking this drive, and like, I can imagine being someone, you're kind of amped up. Like, okay, I don't know what I'm getting into. And they're shots. I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to get here.
4 cars.
Yeah.
4 cars, because it's a shots fired call in the woods. So it's like red alert. So they sent 4 officers out there.
Crazy.
The one dude, so they come flying down the driveway, 2 first, and then the other 2 are like catching up, because it's just like all hands on deck. Mm-hmm. The 2 guys come up to us, and they see, like, they come out there, and it's like a bunch of like special forces dudes and like a bunch of just people that like have everything dialed in.
Yeah.
So they see us, and as soon as they see us, they're like, okay, this is way more planned out than we thought. This is not like a shooting. This is like, everybody's got suppressors and stuff like that. Like, they're doing the thing.
Organized, yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, they see the berm. They're like, oh, the berm has to be this high. And it's like 15 times higher than that. It's 3-sided. It's sick. But so once we go through all that, man, they're like, they call it, they're hitting up everybody else on the radio. So the one dude goes to turn around to go back, because I think like 80% of the sheriffs are at my house right now for the whole county, and on the farthest side of the county, like where nothing happens.
I'm gonna say, are you on the edge of a county?
That's what I'm saying. Like, the ditch of my driveway is a different county.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So they're like, they're as far out as they could possibly be. And we're in like the wealthier side. The main county, like back over, is like, dude, it's gnarly. Like, there's people like shanking each other for fun. Like, so anyway, they shoot back there. Well, the dude goes to hit a U-turn and like totally misses this ditch and just sends his car right into the freaking ditch, dude. And so they had my neighbor, one of the ones that called, had to go pull him out. So he pulls him out and like yanks this dude's transmission skid plate off. So it was technically an accident. So the supervisor then had to come out there and write up a report. So,
he's pissed as fuck.
So I think it was about 6.5 hours they were at my house total. So I thought after that, I was like, oh, my neighbors they're going to get like crucified. Like, these dudes are going to charge them for the damage. Like, they're going to do all this, but they left him alone. Like, they're actually a really like decent sheriff's department. They're not like, they're very like, I don't know how to say it, but like they're just they do stuff right. They don't hold grudges too much.
Yeah,
Like
not invasive or like
yeah, they didn't like pressure or like throw their weight around too much. They were just kind of like, hey, look, like it is what it is,
shit happen, bad, whatever accident or whatever.
Yeah, you got to warn them a couple times, but other than that, like you can't just straight up
Yeah.
arrest them right off the bat.
Well, in a way, that's good too. They don't like push their, like you said, push their weight and stuff. So
yeah, exactly. They didn't do it with me, and they didn't do it with them. So like, I'm kind of
it's kind of like what do you do at that point? It's not worth to give the same amount of negative energy towards them as they do towards you, because it's like
Agreed.
then let's like okay, now you're stooping down to their level, and now it's like. Now it could be personal,
Yep.
like, or maybe they'll up the ante, right? Or like
they always will. It's always going to be an escalation where you just got to kill them with kindness.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, like, dude. Well, that's what I was telling. We were talking about yesterday. Like, someone like you kind of have like an argument or like something like misdiscussion with somebody, and you're just like the best thing to do is just have a short response, something like that. Maybe it'll piss them off, but at the same time, it's like, how am I supposed to respond to that? Like, it's just like if you just don't stoop down to level, so that sucks though, because like when they start ganging up and like start getting like a committee, they're definitely at a moment where it's like they're pulling their money together if they're like dedicated enough.
And dude, I felt like they were like reliving like some high school drama. They were like, oh yeah, now's my chance. Like I'm gonna show how many friends I've got and how much pull I've got and how much I'm gonna beat up this kid that's just having fun. Yeah.
What up, Garrett? What up, boy? What's up, dudes? But yeah. So I mean, that's such a frustrating thing too, because you're a younger dude, and like this is something you're organizing and stuff like that. So when you're having to like really like battle with that's kind of crazy within itself. Like, oh, I'm having these fucking old like geriatric retired motherfuckers are trying to start a pissing contest with a dude who's under the age of 30. Like, what are you gonna win out of this? Just dudes being dudes. It's just
I'm 2 years out of college and like trying to do my own thing, and you're like hate it. And they all own their own horse training businesses where like they literally like have a lady older than them. And they're trying to teach them how to ride at like 65 years old. They fall off, dude. Their hips turn to dust. It's like, bro, yeah, you're gonna end that lady's life trying to get her to ride that dumb mule.
Yeah, fucking what's his name? Fucking snap fingers, fucking not with dust, dude.
Yeah,
whatever was named from Marvel, I guess Avengers.
I don't really
know. Big purple dude.
Oh, Thanos.
Thanos, yeah, fucking Thanos in their ass, on the damn saddle. But yeah.
Speaking of that story though, whenever we get off this live, I've got a bunch of pictures of the cop like stuck in the ditch.
Oh hell yeah!
I'll post them up. I'll like edit out like whatever I have to, and I'll throw them on the gram so you guys can check it out.
We'll make it the episode picture or something.
Yeah, dude, it's
fucking
like,
hilarious.
It's gnarly. You've got like 3 cops just standing out, and they're just like.
They're rolling their eyes
we
like,
fucked up.
Yeah, like we know, like, damn, we know we shouldn't fucking waste our time out here.
Yeah,
it's the old white people. It is the old white people. Yeah, the grumpy geriatric, like stuck in their ways. Like they're not trying to. They don't want to adapt to whatever new circumstance they put themselves into. They want everyone else around them to bend to their will.
Facts, bro. Like, yo,
not all the time.
Karen, you're on fucking 2,500 milligrams of Xanax. Like, chill the fuck out. Like,
yeah, dude, like fucking crazy.
Sorry, your grandkids don't come around.
Damn rustling, that's pretty good. What's up, Nuns? What's up, dudes? But anyways, yeah. So crazy. So okay, so on one aspect, but it's kind of chilling out, kind of cool, and then like you've had some more like things start coming that way to like work wise, and so at least as there's like it feels like there's at least been like a little bit of a progress made. I guess.
Oh, dude, 100%. I would say from where we were last year, it's 200% better.
That's good.
Like I've accomplished a lot more than I thought I was going to. So like another thing that's really, really been helping out is, so I work for Fieldcraft Survival on their marketing side.
You've had a raise since last time we podcast. A raise or promotion. Like you've garnered like new roles, new responsibilities and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, from last time, I'm still doing
the same thing. Yeah. So I think since last time we've lost 7 people that were all working in like my department. Yeah. So now it's me and one other guy. And then
small.
Yeah. And so like at the North Carolina office, there used to be like 6 or 7 people. Now there's only me and Kevin Estella. We're the only 2 that are in North Carolina. And then our headquarters is on the Utah side. So a lot of the people there, we've lost a couple that were on the marketing side there. So now it's like me and Rob are the only other 2 people that are like on the marketing team. Well, we have like Jose and a couple other people, but they're media as well. So they get pulled in to do other stuff like YouTube and podcasts and stuff like that. So it's really everything's changed, honestly. I've got a lot more freedom to do stuff now. And like, a lot more responsibility, but it's really fun to be able to, to drive your
flexibility
own shit. Yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly.
Well, like, and I think too, because like when they have the outlook, you're looking, and then like you see like you're having a younger guy who is involved in whatever message and like platform you're doing. Like you would want to give him the freedom, so that way, like, I mean, at that point, it's almost free. You're almost like free advertising at that point, in a way, in a way. But they also, it's good to have someone youthful, or like someone who's like on that cutting edge as a part of your team, because like that's a good aspect to have. Like you need that different outlook. So
yeah, it's funny though, because like some of the people like early on, they were like they did not like it. They were
really?
Like, yeah, they figured
it's all right.
They had it under control. Like so. We had an old like director of training. We have a new one now. We have Casey. Casey is the man.
Yeah, Casey's cool, dude.
When it comes to like training, he gets it. He's a really, really perfect like yin yang mix of knowing like the old school GWAT stuff and having solid tactics and doing the things. And then this new level of like gun ownership where people are just so tired of OD green and like khaki and like FUDs and FUD pants and cargos on the range, you know what I mean? With Vietnam holsters, like that's not it anymore, So he knows all this. He's got like, he's working all these different collabs and stuff like that. We're developing new courses that are more tailored to our audience, not just flat range stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's just such a like breath of fresh air.
Yeah, you had to be dynamic.
Exactly. Like, you can't be stagnant. I in business school, they told us, if you think that you've found the key to success, you're one day away from becoming obsolete.
Yeah, and dude, you're 100% right too, because it's one of those things. As soon as you get comfortable and you're like, okay, like, dude,
I got the recipe.
Yeah, I'm about to say I was literally just like either hearing or reading or seeing something like we were discussing that. And it was like, yeah, as soon as you think like, okay, I've made enough, or I've met my accomplishments. Like most people, you should have the mindset of like, no matter, even if you met that goal, you should already have new goals past that to work for. Like, like, okay, I got to this point, met this criteria, but I want to do more. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I've met people like that too. And like for me, I guess like I try to always have that mindset. Like it's never, whatever I make or whatever I do is never going to be enough. It's never going to be good enough. Even
which is a slippery slope. Yeah. Cause you want to eventually get somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, like
you always want to be hungry. Like you never want to you never want to be, you don't ever settle for whatever you've done. Like, and then just go into cruise. Like you should always be trying to improve, or like, okay, I got to this and this is what I've always wanted to do. But now that I've gotten here, it's like, there's other aspects now that I'm like, I need to get better at this. Like, you
100%.
should always try to improve whatever, one different angle or whatever. But yeah, so.
And I feel like we're pretty good at doing that, because like once we start getting like the firearm stuff dialed in, then we'll go to camera stuff. Then from camera stuff, you go to podcast stuff. Then you go to like something totally random. We'll get on dirt bikes for a while, or like cars. You go to cars for a while. It's like learning about welding, learning about like, drill presses.
Yeah, what's I'm saying? Oh, damn, dude. But
all them things.
Yeah, just make little, rivet stuff like that. That's all.
Yeah,
nothing crazy.
Yeah, I riveted an AK lower the other day.
Yeah, I was just joking. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
It was like totally legit.
I'm the drill.
Oh, drill press.
Sorry. Went away. I fucked the joke up. Fucked the punchline up. But I mean, I think that's another good thing. Like that's like the pros and cons of like social media too, because like you kind of get an echo chamber. But it's good to see that people like realizes there's a world outside of what's firearms or whatever, because of the firearms and stuff like that, and like all that like area, it's kind of, it can be kind of like a mysterious, kind of like a boogeyman, right? Because it's like sometimes there's a high gateway, like I like a high gateway, but like a huge like point of like cost and whatever in return, and then like you see a lot of stuff like sometimes unrealistic, like on social media, like in terms of like night vision and doing things, and sometimes that stuff is like picked out for a reason for me, involving. But yeah, people have to realize like there's more to it. There's more to life than like, oh, okay, got nods and life's over. Like, okay, this accomplished. You should be able to enjoy other hobbies. It doesn't have to revolve 100% around like firearm. Like I mean, honestly though, but like,
yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
If you go to like the beach on vacation, like, hey, you didn't have enough money. You only had enough money for nods. So you're sitting on the beach, like in your shorts with your sneakers on, looking at the ocean with your nods on. It's like at that point,
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm almost to the point now, like whenever I'll chat with someone and unless they ask me like something specific, like information wise, like, hey, could you tell me about this, whatever, like, whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. But like, if it's like just general like discussion, like, oh, let's talk about guns or like whatever, I'm like, honestly, like, I'm kind of bored of it. Like, it's like one of those things. It's like, there's nothing really for me to like, what is there to discuss? Like it's just like guns are guns. Like, just kind of like a thing. Your life and your outlook shouldn't revolve around. Like mine doesn't. It's a part of like everything. Like it's like a I'm gonna say not a lifestyle. It's like a fucking, part of your actual like
personality. And you have more to the personality than just being like a gun bunny.
Yeah, I'm gonna say guns. I mean, the guns are a part of your rights and stuff like that, and you should be proficient with what you have and own. And then, if you're gonna ask me about like, oh, why did you get this, or why do you own this, or like, what would you recommend? That's a different whole thing, And then also being, training or being proficient in whatever you're doing. So like, what's the point of owning that if you don't even have like time behind it?
Yeah, and for the like differentiation of things too, like if you post gun stuff on Instagram, you're getting killed. Like they're gonna drop you so low in every algorithm. Same with YouTube. Like
it's tough.
Same with basically everything. So you're kind of fighting an uphill battle as it is. And it's like, I can take a fire picture of a gun and it's gonna get dogged. It's gonna hurt me more than anything.
And that's like, I'll be the first one to admit that like I was having like kind of like this mental like tug of war. I'm like, okay, do I focus, like, do I put gun content out, or do I have pictures of stuff with guns, or do I completely omit them? Because like same thing, it's like, well, in one aspect, I don't want it to be like 100% gun people, gun content. I want to be able to, reach other audiences, because that's not everything about me, like, I enjoy other things, and like, I don't want people to think like you have to like guns in order to like me. That's not how it is at all. Like, you can talk
go to a brewery and get pretzels and like everything can be normal. Dude. We don't have to be like crazy.
You can talk about the fucking like human anatomy and like why my toes so fucked up, like, and I'll be like, that's a whole, you haven't even looked, have you? Hey, it's like I said, 10,000 baby. That's when the hogs get released. But that's what I'm saying, it kind of just becomes an echo chamber too at times, like whatever trends or whatever. And like some people get suckered into it, but anyways.
So that's the one thing that like is kind of like bumming me out, is like I'll start to get like when certain bad things happen, I'll see it over and over and over, and I'll hear all the different conspiracy theories on it. And it's like, it's kind of like if we're not doing anything about it, let's not dwell on it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying do anything, like go out and do anything. It's just more like, you can only talk about fixing the problem so many times, and then you just got to go out there and actually do it. Like, oh, this is happening, this is going on. It's
there's a lot of stuff too, like this with social media. Like I think some stuff gets brought up for the pure sake of conversation and for people to get riled up, because that's what garners interaction. That's what garners like commenting, liking, sharing.
Yeah, that emotional response.
Yeah, totally. And people, and then people are emotional about it. Especially with stuff like with firearms and guns and stuff like that. Which I agree. Like you should be, because it's like something it's a dying breed. It's slowly
It goes into like the old Greek thing. It was like ethos, pathos, and logos, and then ethos is the one that you can like react to the fastest. You know, like they elicit that emotional response, get people mad, fire it up, and then
it's easy.
Ride the algorithm train.
Yeah, and it sucks. And then like the same thing, and like in terms of like Instagram and social media, because like, so
Hey, there's our boy Francis.
Oh, what up, boy? What up, dog? What up, dog? It's our boy Francis, dude. I'm actually I'm like shrinking the shirt, because like that's like my thing now. Like I'll get the shirt now.
I thought you were on a baggy phase, bro.
I am. Like I wear it one time and I'll wash it to like shrink it just a smidge. Yeah. Because that way I don't look like a fucking like little mushroom man running around. I'm not a tall guy, but like I did wear. I put it on and I was like, okay, yeah, I need to wash this one time and it'll be perfect.
Honey, I shrunk the max inside of that thing.
Yeah,
dude. I feel you, bro.
Yeah, and it's gonna be crazy. So the good thing is like I'm gonna lose weight, and then that shirt will be fucking huge on me, and then I'll just buy another one. So I'll have two ones. So like I'm in my thunk phase, then I'll just go put the XL back on. The other one I'll just wear a large or medium. But
dude, or like after Thanksgiving, or if you have like a sad girl Friday, bro, and you eat a bunch of
Oreos. By myself. Yeah.
But, dude,
bunch of gummy clusters.
Numbskull, dude. I really appreciate that comment too, man. I need to get more into the climbing side of things. I actually just installed a climbing wall at the farm, which is super sick. So I'll throw you some content.
Did you
on
really?
That. Yeah, dude. So I had it at the old house, and then my boy came over and helped me out, and basically we installed the whole thing. We made a really cool like brace system on some trees, and then just did like a wedge. So we like leaned it forward and like held it back.
That's dope. I didn't even know you did that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What's a pump cover?
I have no idea. Low pump cover? Obviously not that.
I don't know.
Dude, I'm not sure. Yeah, let me know. A pump cover. A pump. This spot is sponsored by Clusters. Yeah, dude. Scales and Tails is weird. I remember I was telling you about the one guy who does like the fishing podcast and stuff like that.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And talk about the lures and stuff like that. And like that's what we were talking about. It was him when it was just like, same thing. And it was like, these dudes get so passionate, but like, I mean, like they're in the same realm of like cost and whatever, because that's a whole different crazy industry and it's worldwide. Because like anyone and everyone can buy a lot of that stuff and get it, and and like it's such. I mean, everyone fishes in every fucking country in some aspect.
And then if you get into like those dudes that were hiding the weights and stuff in it, bro, it's like people will go to like extreme lengths to do this, like. A pump cover is something you wear to the gym. I see. You talking about like the rump covers. So when you get your squats done, you be popping out that thang-a-lang. You be
something you wear to the gym and take it off once you.
Yeah.
I mean, I just took a lot of. Never mind. But vascularity. Yeah. Like what was it like? So like, I mean, like, I don't know. Like I'm trying to think. Like generally, like there was like a couple like different like pre-workouts you could take. And it was like primary 100% just for like vascular, like to get a 100% like super pump and like you look super fast. And of course, when you start getting cut, naturally, dude, climbers have a crazy, they look fucking super because you're pumping fucking blood everywhere through your body when you're climbing and stuff. Keeping stuff.
Yeah, you get pumped.
Crazy.
So like that's why like climbers, they'll like their forearms will just get like all the blood will just because you got your hand up in the air like this. So obviously all that shit's running down. So you'll have to like take your hand out and like try to shake it out and stuff like that.
Dude, that's like one of my one of my pet peeves, because I've had that problem. Like, I'll be like working on something above me.
Oh, dude, yeah, and you're like they just start going numb.
Yeah, just dead handing. And it's like, God, my fucking hands, I'm like losing control. Dude, that's like my number one thing whenever I'm working on like a truck or like doing something and I'm working underneath and I'm like fucking can't, like my hands like dead, dead arming right now.
It's always like right when you get the bolt too, like right as you get it, like the nut threaded on, and then it's like you're shaking, you're trying to hold it together.
You just need like one little fucking turn, dude. That's all you need, and then your fucking hands just like.
And instead, you just get a big old drip of grease in your eye instead.
Yeah,
and then you just have a whole freak out.
Pretty much, yeah. Rump cover. Dude, I've never heard of the pump cover. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it didn't surprise me though. Like a lot of dudes, like I remember seeing one guy, is what he would do is he would get.
I think it's for like mainly girls.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, that's what I'm assuming. Like the shirt tied around the waist thing, and then they like.
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's what it's.
I know, like this one dude, he would every time he would go in, and he would same thing. Like he'd be walking around, and his arms would be fucking like look like they're about to like fucking blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
And like he wasn't even a big dude. He's just super like fucking veins were like fucking bulging. I remember like going to go to the change room. And I'm like changing back in, and then I see him like walk in. He takes his shirt off, and he's got like fucking like the athletic bands around his arms.
No way.
Yeah, and so he was like fucking pretty much like strangulating his arms, like,
dude,
the whole time.
He had anchor arms from SpongeBob, bro. He's going,
dude,
pumping them suckers up, dude.
There was a dude in, I think it was in Mexico, and he was like pumping his arms full of.
I saw that, those jacked up steroids. Yeah, he got messed up.
Yeah, it wasn't even fucking steroids, because it was just like fucking ketamine or something like that.
Something, yeah.
And like he would have that, and dude, I think he died.
He died, yeah, he definitely died.
He died. Yeah. That's crazy. He looked crazy as fuck too.
Yeah.
Yeah. When are we going to have a coding podcast talk? Whatever, I guess. Like we'll have to find a way to make it exciting. Cuz like I feel like you say coding, we'll find a way to make it exciting. We'll make it exciting. I have some friends too, and like I know you're involved in that too, so like that's like something you've been passionate about. So we'll do it. We'll happen. We'll have to figure out a way. We'll make it We'll make up some bullshit about coding.
Dude, I can't do coding to save my life. I can do a little bit of HTML that I have to do for hacking.
Okay, now you got my attention.
You got me,
okay,
bro.
Now I'm interested.
Yeah.
Now I'm interested.
Got us.
Yeah. So, but same thing. Like, I think if I had like the mental fortitude at the time to really dedicate to it, because I do enjoy like computers. I'm pretty tech savvy.
Oh, hacking?
No, I mean I wish.
Okay.
I wish, but I am tech savvy. But if I had dedicated to doing some of that, I probably would like really be deep into it. I'd be down to be getting involved and like learning how to do that. I can see you
going deep, bro.
Oh yeah, number one ethical hacker in the world.
Yeah, dude, I
would not be ethical,
bro. I love watching the ones where like the dude will be like he like does the Indian call center and like leads them on for a really really long time and like gives them the exact like address that they're at and everything. Like it's pretty good. They start freaking out. They start like pulling like they're running around going to their superiors like freaking out. And stuff.
Yeah.
Like wait, how does he know what chair I'm sitting at? How does he know my IP address?
Yeah. So hold on, the flipper. So hold on. Okay, so I know exactly what that is. If I'm pretty sure I know that. So that's like one of the devices that you're able to like, you see local networks and like connections and stuff, and then it'll basically you can gain and garner control over it, and then from there you can pretty much access everything that's connected to that Wi-Fi. If that's what I'm pretty sure that's what the flipper is. Yeah.
Oh look, the FBI just ended the chat.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. That's okay. I just explaining what I read on somewhere else. I love the flipper so far. I forget that people can't read this when they're listening to the podcast. Yeah, so I know the flippers so far. IR hacking is what I've been focused on. Yeah, pretty cool stuff though. Yeah, I saw that, dude. I saw
the dude. That one was so. It was just as much disturbing hearing like what he was actually like. I never thought like that was as bad as it got. Like I thought it was like pictures of like nude children or something like that. I didn't realize like the lengths that these people were going. Like it's disgusting, and like him burning those people is like the best thing I've ever seen. Like
yeah. I'm about to say, like, I didn't watch it, but I saw some of the highlights and clips.
I had to turn it off, bro, after it got to a certain point. I just started getting like, mad at the world.
Yeah, that's exactly. Well, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, on top of that, it's like, it's kind of like what he's saying and what he's able to say, or not, I won't say able, but what he's willing to say or discuss that, like, won't get him in trouble, or maybe like, because like at the end of the day, like what about all the other stuff that's going on that like can't be discussed and things that they have access to? I mean, everyone kind of knows that, it's like there's a reason why things are popping up on your, your Explore or your search, things like algorithms in place that are developed or made, missed the beginning. What y'all are talking about, dude? We're just chatting right now. We're just chilling. We're just kind of going through and just discussing, catching up. Live podcast. So
that's my boy Urban Flex.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I know Urban Flex.
Yeah,
pretty sure. Like I know the name at least.
Yeah, we're gonna blast some BBs at some kids one of these days.
Oh yeah, is
dude.
he one of the airsoft dudes?
Yeah, he's up in New York. Yeah.
Oh, he's up in New York. New York. I
like to try to infiltrate an IR device. Yeah, dude. See if you can hack into my strobe. Like
yeah.
Turn it on.
But you have to have a receiver, right? There has to be like a Roomba, right? Because that has an IR receiver of where it's like waiting for like a signal or something. I'm assuming.
I don't know, bro.
hey, if you can, let me know. Let me know when that's possible, and we're gonna get my neighbor's like fucking Ring device, because this dude aggravates the hell out of me. He has his fucking Ring pointed right at my house. So anytime someone goes outside, like that IR is hitting my house, and it like pings off. So you hear like this, like you can hear it ringing, or like like you hear like that like alert notification. You can hear it from his fucking house. It's the most annoying thing. So like if you're in the garage or whatever doing something, I like working on my truck, and I'd get out and I'd walk 5 seconds. Ding, you hear it like pinging off.
Mount a mall to like.
I tried that. I did that. So like I tried that one night. I went outside and I was on the side and like got my laser, and I just kept on hitting it with an IR laser to see if I was like activating it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dude, this guy's gonna be like, fucking, he's gonna trip the fuck out, because he's kind of a kooky dude. As far as I know. If he's
sitting in his house looking at the IR thing with nods on, bro.
Yeah. He has to turn it on to clone his frequency. But what if it's like one of those? It's an constant. It's a constant on, because it's always like a ring. It's like it's always like waiting. It's waiting for like a signal or like a receiver, or something to cross it. I don't know.
Moles in the yard's a good idea. In college, when we were doing like some pledging stuff, we this one kid, we opened up his window, he dumped 10,000 live crickets, or they were grasshoppers, into his room, crazy. And they get all into like the vents and stuff, dude. That's probably the worst thing you can do.
That's a menace like type thing to do.
Yeah.
He's like referencing like my Anshala war in my backyard with like the moles. Have you noticed that?
No.
It's like there's like mole, like it's toned. It's not as bad because I caught one. No, I'm fucking serious. Like this is why you should be on Snapchat. Like if you're on Snapchat, you know about it. So like, let me tell you the story.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. So all right. So
right now I'm just picturing you and your boxers hauling ass, just snatching this thing out of a hole.
Almost. Not nowhere near as cool as that sounds. But
okay.
All right. So first year, like these moles have come out of nowhere. And I don't really know. And like first it was just one. And I'm like, the first time it was kind of like a joke, right? I was like, I'm gonna catch this motherfucker. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah.
Like, and so I'm like putting like some, not trap, I'm putting like some at home traps. Mate? Yeah. Well, so what I was reading was like they're attracted like sugary stuff. So like but for some reason there's something in marshmallows, like just store-bought marshmallows, that they can't digest fully. So they end up eating it, they bought it, and they fucking die. Like they croak.
Okay, yeah, like seagulls in the aspirin.
Pretty much, dude. Pretty much, 100%. So didn't work. Didn't get a single one. None of them died, like whatever. And I was like, okay.
You got these things high as shit on some sugar, dude.
They're fucking tripping right now. So
twice as many holes the next day.
100%. So I kind of noticed, but it starts getting kind of worse. Like I'm like, okay, this dude is like everywhere. Like he's tunneling everywhere. And like, it's just, I mean, like, it's like whatever. And then, but I was like reading about it, and it was like, okay, so it's not really a bad thing. They're eating grubs and whatever, and like they're kind of killing some like pests and stuff that are in your grass. It'll fuck your grass up. And other than like making little mounds and like, you know, digging whatever, they don't really do anything. Like they don't really fuck anything up. Like I was worried about the septic in the back. Like, okay,
yeah.
is there something they could do like making so much stuff and like somewhat encapsulates or fucks up or what? I don't know. You know, I don't know fucking mole. Dude, I've never even seen a mole in person before until recently.
Yeah.
But no biggie. So anyways, and the craziest thing is like I have 3 dogs, right? Okay,
like
one's a lab.
3 killers, bro.
Rim is a 100% purebred killer with an AH.
If he could see, bro, it'd be game over.
Yeah, it would be game over. It would be game over.
God knew they were like, I gotta take his sight, bro.
Yeah, dude.
He's gonna be too much of a unit.
So I have our lab and I have our shepherd who's he's like super high prey drive, super high prey drive, super high like toy drive, whatever.
He's a big boy too.
Yeah, he's thickness, you know. Not like fat. He's just thick, dude. He's 2 C's with muscle, but same thing, no interest. He smells them, like, cause I'll see him go over, he'll take a couple whiffs, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of a weird, all right, whatever, fuck it. You know, and he keeps walking off. And then we have the newest member, which is our Malinois. And so, and like the Malinois, like it was actually like one day, like when we were out there, and he's out there and he's like sniffing and he's like, oh shit, I kind of smell something right here. So he kind of starts doing a little digging, dude. And I was like, oh, this motherfucker, he's about to whack this dude. Yeah. And then so at this point, like he's digging and like at this point, he's made like a fucking like 1.5 foot deep hole. I'm like, all right, dude.
Hype.
Yeah. I was like, there's nothing here, dude. Like, okay, move along. This is a dud here. Like, you know, move on. Next, you know, whatever. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, he knows he knows the smell. He knows there's something there. So anyways, a couple weeks pass, and like everyone knows, I've been having like this war. I kind of just like gave up on him. Like, whatever, if happens. I thought, then not really doing anything. But they're kind of like, they're definitely fucking, because there's definitely more of them. And like, you know, they're spreading, like there's more like mounds or like, and like dirt, you know, dirt lines everywhere. I'm like, all right, they're kind of getting a little too comfortable. And I have a pretty large backyard itself. It's fenced in, whatever. But anyways, so one day I go outside and I see Gatsby, the new Mal, and he's over there digging. I'm like, damn it, like don't do that. You're fucking have to fill another hole, whatever. And I kind of like, you know, I'm just kind of trouncing over because I kind of enabled that behavior first time. I'm like, oh, yeah, get that, like, fucking dig that bitch up, get that motherfucker, you know, and like, you know, whatever. So, and then suddenly, like, no shit, this fucking Gatsby fucking pulls this mole out of the ground and then throws it up, and it just flops. And I was like, holy shit. And I was on the phone with somebody. I was like, dude, I gotta go real quick. Because I was like, I can't record this on a phone call. I need to record this shit. This is crazy. Yeah. So like, sure enough, like, dude, he pulls his mole out and like, he kind of gets it, picks it up again. And then like, he's not even sure what to do. Like, he's like, okay, I got it. Damn, this is what I was looking at. This motherfucker's ugly. Yeah. You know, like it was kind of gross, dude. But, so I kind of look and I'm like, damn, I don't really know what to do. Like, I was like, kind of don't want to kill it, but I know I have a better idea. So I get this bastard, and I do this like a Snapchat. Like, so I'm like snapping this.
Where is this going?
So like, you'll find out, dude. You'll find out. So I know. So like on Snap, so we were talking about it, and everyone there that follows it, like, you know, I'll send them out and they know about it. So I'm like, dude, these people are about to fucking freak out because I finally got one of these dudes. Like, it's like months, dude, like 2 months. Yeah. So I get this mole and I dump him over my neighbor's yard, and I just put him over there. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, I might get this mole. I'm gonna let him fucking terrorize someone else's yard. So yeah.
I wonder if homie was just like under the fence, like
100%
in your yard. Yeah,
100%. That's exactly what he did. Because I definitely know there's like, well, I know there's more than one. Yeah, for sure.
You want to know what my dad told me about killing moles?
What's up?
Whenever they have like the top of the colony, you know how the dirt pushes up?
Right, yeah.
You walk over there, you tap on it super gently with the top of your foot, and if he's anywhere near there, he'll come to push it back up. You just
really?
Yeah. I mean, he said it. I've never done it, but
I believe
cool.
that. Yeah, I believe that. Well, that was the thing too. Is like, dude, I would go outside like at 9 o'clock. No mole tunnels, right? Nothing new. And I come back outside, take the dogs out like at 10:30. And these motherfuckers have like created San Francisco. Yeah. Like in that time, like that time spell, I'm like, what the hell? These motherfuckers are fast. It's the morning time. Like, they're not active at night. Like, I didn't realize that. But they're still sensitive to light. But like, they're not really active during the night. But it was just the wildest thing. I was like, I can't catch it. Like, I know they're there. Yeah. There's like so many times came super close, and I was like, I'm gonna get this dude.
Yeah. I was trying to read what Hash said.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a dream that you would
that bastard, dude? What is it? Some crazy fucking.
Give me Forrest Whitaker eye trying to read that. It's like,
God, dude, fucking eyes. Yeah, fucking eyes start twitching.
I could not do anything.
His eyes already twitching from that mole story. He was waiting for like some grand, like, I guess you just have to see the video, dude. Because I was like, I had no shirt on,
So I was close with my
Yeah,
Well, the
yeah.
dog did most of the work.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one who caught it. No pun. Like I ain't touching him. I got like the fucking pooper scooper and I dumped him in
Yeah.
the bucket and I threw him over the yard. I was like, I'm gonna let this motherfucker like.
I saw a
Fuck his
horse
yard up.
stomp out a rat one time.
I've seen that too, actually.
Yeah, they don't
I've
like
seen that
rats
too.
because they try to eat the food. They're just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and they were kind of just I've only ever flooded their holes with a gallon of water and they run into the jug. Okay, dude,
Where'd
hold
you
on.
see
First
that?
of all, dude. First of all, if that's the case, then why didn't you ever say that to me, dude? Like, you're like the main person I'm snapping all the time, and like we're joking around about. You're the one who brought it up. You've never said that. I did.
A road flare down the hole, bro. That sounds gas, dude.
It's like I don't think
You need
it
one
would
on
work.
both sides of the hole.
Well, they're everywhere, and so like they were saying like it could be like 6 feet down and like just tunnels everywhere.
I got a smoke grenade.
Yeah, I smoked them out. Well, like so, like my thing was like I was like I'm about to just back my diesel truck up and then put the hose to it. I'm just gonna fucking just kill one of these dudes. I'm just gonna fucking like put some fumes down there, like put my foot down on the fucking fuel and just smoke that motherfucker out.
Do what the government does, dude, and introduce something even more toxic. Like release a bunch of deadly scorpions, bro.
Yeah.
So that they can kill the moles, and then like all you got to worry about is like getting killed by a super toxic scorpion.
Makes sense. Yeah, totally easy. Unless you should get the exhaust. Yeah. I mean, I already have it, but yeah. Take a road flare. Yeah, but it's like the roads or like the holes themselves were like. Just
Well, here's the problem: it's his backyard. It's not
Yeah.
a road.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Apologies. But yeah. But anyways, though. So yeah, that was I guess an underwhelming story. I guess if you hadn't seen it already, but
I hadn't, but that sounds
Yeah.
fire. If
You have to see it.
I see a mole at my house, bro, I'll tennis racket that thing for you, bro.
dude, they're fucking hard to get. Like I was like, dude, I just gotta catch them.
Yeah.
And, like several times, I'm like, oh, I see. Like I think it's moving. I think it was just ground, like soil shifting. From
Yeah.
But
You know, we had an earthquake the other day.
I do. We have them all. So I'm gonna hold that thought. I had to use a restroom, but I'll pause this podcast and let you continue discuss whatever.
Heck yeah, ask me some questions.
Yeah. Sing it over.
Them dogs.
But yeah. So anyways, let's talk about So let's catch up about the last meetup because obviously when the podcast was released last time, a bit little stale. It'd be a little past overdue.
Yep.
My bad.
No
Take
worries.
responsibility for that one. So we did follow through the meetup and it was in October, close to the birthdays because your birthday's in the beginning of October.
Mine's
and
the 7th.
And mine's in the end. Like mine's at the 20th. So
Yeah.
13 days after. And so it was a cool meetup. Got to meet some folks. Got to meet 26 Defense.
Yep, they were cool. Super cool.
Dude, very
Il
cool.
Pro came out.
Il Pro came out.
Wizard Forge was there.
Dude, I always forget his name but I just know that he worked.
Michael?
Blackwater, actual. Michael came out. Came out.
Yep.
John, other John, alternate John.
Oh, I know Blackwater right
actually.
now.
I can see his face. I can see I just cannot think of his name.
Yeah.
But he came out, super, super cool dude.
His mom, I think, was going through some stuff, so he only came out for a little while.
Yeah.
He had to go in and out. But
And
it
then-
was so cool of him to come down, just
Yeah.
like to pop out.
And then 26, he came, and then we got to meet his wife. Super cool. They're all both really awesome.
Yep.
Adam from Spiritus came out.
Yep.
He brought a buddy, and then
That was Disco. That was Disco 32.
Dude, was it really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So there you go.
Yeah. So Disco 32 came out.
That was funny because like I was talking to, I think it was John, and we were like both figuring. I was like, so who was that again?
Yeah.
Like we just figured it was like his buddy, like
Yeah.
a buddy that was in town, and he just bring it out. Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, isn't that
Whoopsie.
funny? Yeah.
That's crazy. Whoopsie. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we had Dad's Pelican was there.
Yeah.
Michael Wolf Gray was there. He drove the furthest. So we're doing like the next one we do. Whoever drives from the furthest, you get like an award. But good luck beating him. He's what, like past Arkansas, I think.
Well, I think like on top of that, like because I know that he does some work, and I don't want like disclose stuff or like directions because
yeah.
like but yeah. That time I was like, damn, dude, you drove like a hell of a distance. And then I think the next day he ended up driving, like I think he was driving to Darcy like sometime soon.
I think you're right. Yeah, because he stayed the night again at my house the next night, like
Yeah.
Sunday night, and I think Monday he drove all the way back.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
Yeah, totally wild. Just a wild, way of like just. I mean, props to him. I couldn't do that.
And so this one we're doing it right. We tried to cook the last time. It was just a lot of moving pieces
much.
for everybody.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna do a food truck this time. We're also gonna do like some prizes and stuff. So the first day is gonna be kind of like meet up, chill vibe, like not really too much gun stuff. If you want to shoot a little bit, you can, but like it's gonna just kind of be like vibing and meeting everybody. And then the next day, I want to do like some like backyard pick team style things where you do like two team captains and like pick a few things, and then you go through events. So there'll be like a dueling tree,
like an athlon, like a triathlon.
Yeah, exactly. And then there'll be certain challenges, like they'll all be safe, and we'll make sure that like no one's gonna get shot by accident. But
you'll be signing waivers.
You will sign a waiver.
You will sign a waiver.
But you're gonna be like,
that's anywhere. Anywhere you do like anything that's like shooting, you have to sign a waiver.
Yep. And I mean, you could do like. You could step in a hole, you know what I mean? Or like you could just have a heart attack, But yeah, anyway, so like we're gonna do like not the build drill, but like the Mozambique, do like the whoever can do the Mozambique fastest, like fastest 6 plate. And we got a bunch of different companies that are giving giveaway items. So we're gonna try and build that quantity up so that like basically whenever you leave, you can leave with a piece of the meetup. Like I've got like 30 Yeti cups that we're gonna get 2-6 Defense to laser them all in, like Greyfarm Party 2023. And then basically the first couple people that get there, dude, you get a cup for free. Just so that just so you can have something to like remember the event by.
Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously like finding ways like basic stuff will be offered or whatever, and then something like that to help support or like help fund whatever cost access.
Yep. Yeah, and we might do like some like a party T-shirt or something you can only buy there.
Yeah, just to have like a one-time release. We'll set it up like we'll have that scheduled up because it's kind of crazy to think that we're already halfway through June, so we're almost halfway through the year.
Yeah.
And then that is really in September, so it's not that far away.
No, it's gonna come fast. So like basically as soon as I get back home, all I'm gonna do is just start like building range stuff.
Yeah, and then I'll probably have to start help or find a way to assist on like getting merch stuff kind of lined up and then start getting a roster and stuff.
I want to do like a kind of like a cartoon looky like back piece on it. I think it would look really, really sick.
Yeah. It'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. If we could get like that's just too many people. It'd be kind of funny.
Do you know how like you do the marathon runs? And they've got all the sponsors on the back. We just put all of our homies logos on the back.
Yeah,
that would look pretty sick.
I kind of thought about that too. Like that was like an idea, and then it's like, well, I guess like it'd be bad if like some dude like doesn't like do his part or whatever, and then fucking falls. Like, and then like his fucking name. I'm like,
oh, dude, I put duct tape over it. I was like,
yeah,
that guy's gone.
Pissed, dude. Pissed. So, yeah, but we'll figure it a way. It'd be cool to do something like that, though. I like the idea of that, like a whole like sponsorship type of like tour,
yep,
like a world tour, like 2023, and then having like all the instead of it being locations, it's like all the names. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be
something
sick.
Fucking crazy, like or like where they're from or what. I don't know.
Something we can do something,
cool.
Or like do like a map. Like you could do like an outline of a map and do like
that'd be dope.
Location,
put pins on everything.
Yeah, where everybody is,
like little logos and stuff with the names and stuff.
You've got like all these like the East Coast conglomeration of pins, and you got Michael like all the fucking way
wherever
over
the fuck that dude's from. Fucking, he's actually from like Newfoundland or some crazy shit.
We're trying to get where I'm talking to Miles about flying Miles back for it too.
Yeah, dude, I hope so, man. Cool.
I really hope so.
I miss Miles.
Me too.
Me too. Dude, we went on this crazy bender on Friday of sending memes back to each other, like back and forth. And dude, like I think we sent each other like 30 to 50 memes. But it was cool though. It was like, he's been super, super busy. And like these past 2 weeks, I feel like I've been kind of like really reinvigorated to like, just it's been super like just hectic. And so like I finally had a little bit of space and some stuff moving. So like it's been kind of fun to be able to kind of get back in a groove of get things moving like the way I would like to.
Yeah.
And so being able to keep up and pick up with folks, and then like me me being able to like chat with Miles and interact with him by just sending him like just like trading meme for meme and just laughing our asses off back and forth. I'll like, dude, that's it was cool.
That's where all this started. Yeah, that's like literally where all this started was like just like the homies that are into the same stuff. Like they might not be in the same state, but like we're still gonna vibe and we're gonna link up and we're gonna, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And then that's the thing. I think that's been like, it's been very cool to be able to network and meet, and like, you don't have to expect to do business with everyone that you meet or like other people who are in the same realm, but being able to just get to know people and like know there's other similar mindset people. It's really awesome.
And to see everybody's talent is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Like to see everybody's little niches that they're good at.
Absolutely.
It's so cool. It's so cool. Like Miles was like, Mr. Photography. Like he was also like, I wouldn't like say he's a walking meme, but just the shit that he wears, like his vibe, dude, it's just, he's one of a kind.
He's authentic.
Yeah, exactly.
I've always said, like, I've always told me, like, he's like, he's such an authentic dude. It's like, there's not like a facade or anything he puts up.
Yeah.
And a super nice guy. And then on top of that, I don't know, like you said, it's funny that you say like he's like a walking meme, but I told him like even to his face, I'm like, dude, you're like one of the most creative people I know.
Yeah.
And like not necessarily even photography, but like, like getting things set up or like the way you want something to look or like drawing or sketching or just like idea wise.
He's a monster graphic designer and barely ever does it.
Yeah.
Like monster. Like I can't draw to save my life. And he'd just be like cranking something out in 15 minutes. I'm like, damn, that's fire.
So like, I mean like that again, and he's super young too. So that's always super cool to see that, but, just awesome dude. I mean, there's a bunch of people like that too. Yeah. So it's like, it's cool seeing that. And it's like, I know whenever someone's asking me something like, oh yeah, I'm looking at such and stuff like, oh, hey, like, well, hey, I know a dude who does like that, who does a really good job.
Yeah,
It's like, you try to find someone to reference or like someone to like, yeah, dude, I know somebody, again. Yeah.
Dude, we got a spicy one. You see it?
Oh yeah. Your thoughts on, well, man, like,
you got to say who it is.
Lucas Bakken.
Yeah.
So I mean,
thoughts
like,
on Lucas.
So like, I don't know him. Obviously they put out content, they get stuff. The same thing, like we were talking about it earlier. Like sometimes you can definitely tell people put things out because they want to garner reaction. They want things to, people to discuss it. They want people to share it, like whatever.
That emotional response,
whether it be positive or negative. And like that's exactly what he does that really well. And he's definitely been very, influential, whether it be good or whether I agree or disagree with it. And for me, it's like, it's just not, I don't know, like there's some things I feel like he's done a good job overall, like in like an awareness and like actually done what he's stated. Like, I think I have respect for, but there's a lot of stuff that I think that's like, doesn't sit right or it's not my taste. And that's kind of like how I feel. I just like, I don't care enough to really give it a lot of my energy.
Yeah, same. I see things that I like and then I try to avoid the things that I don't like. So when I see something that I like, I'll like it or whatever. And then if I see something he's saying that's like kind of cringy or a little, I don't know, like I was homeschooled growing up too, so I get it. Like your parents have a certain viewpoint, your family
out of touch,
yeah, exactly. And you say it out loud in public, and like everybody's like, dude, like I feel like that's a little bit like Lucas. But funny story about that. A bunch of my PJ homies were like, dude, we want to see if Lucas is legit. So we're going to spend a bunch of our training budget to fly him out here. And
that's kind of crazy.
Just make him do drills and just see if he's legit. I don't know if they ever did it. I'll have to check back in with them to find out for sure.
See what they thought. Like,
but I'd be like, is he legit? That's just so funny. They're like, yeah, we're going to hire you to come out and train. And like, no, he's just going to run drills all day. And we're going to see he's legit.
Yeah. But I mean, like, overall, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people want to like, cause a stir and
jump on him too. And
I mean, like just, props to like some of the cool things he's done, but at the same time, like I'm just, whatever, if I don't like it or if somebody like there was something like discussed yesterday and it was like something about lighting and color. And I was like, dude, I had no idea what was the discussion. I was like, that's like a crazy conversation. What the hell are we talking about? Like, what, like what, dude? Like, I was like, I'm not getting the 1 and 2. Like, what am I missing here? And it was just something that he had, I guess, said or stated recently. And it's just like
stirring the pot a little bit, maybe trying to keep relevance, like no press is bad press kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't want to be the type of guy that jumps on somebody else's back just because other people dislike him. I try to keep my own opinion on everybody, and I don't know him well enough or have digested enough of his content to really make a decision one way or another. Seems like an all right enough guy.
Yeah. And that's
we're in the same room, bro. He's like right here.
Yeah, dude. He's chilling. Being chilling. Yeah, I can't because it's the front-facing camera, and like I had to see the questions or like responses. So like, but yeah. So I mean,
you guys thought we were like a completely different place. Like
it's just some same wall paint, some stranger to my left is like rotating.
Just like start rubbing your shoulder.
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking, you can't tell like this beautiful tanned individual next to this pale red,
come on, dude.
Fucking Irish Nordic type skin tone. But yeah. But yeah, so I mean,
right to see your radar. I'm in the squad car right now.
Yeah, dude, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just like to me, it's like I don't want to get on his radar in the aspect because like he thinks there's someone's talking poorly, and then like all of a sudden it's like that, and it's like it's not worth the energy.
I'd love to meet him. I'd love to talk to him. I'd love to be able to form an opinion. Like, honestly,
I mean, like I'm always down to meet people. I mean, that's like my biggest thing. Like. Even like there's like people like guest podcast wise, like, do I believe in something or like, do I agree with it or like, do I like or do I buy their stuff? No, not all the time. Like, but it's cool to have someone on with a different outlook or a different like success or something that they do well. And he's successful no matter what. I mean, the dude's doing well. Like, you can't take that away from him.
Absolutely. I mean, and he's not scared to say like what he feels, which is also you have to give him some respect for that too.
Yeah. And that's kind of, I think that's like my big thing too. It's just like, well, I don't necessarily agree with everything, don't have the same outlook, but I mean, he's done a lot more for like, firearms and stuff than there's a ton of people who run their mouth all the fucking time,
Dude, and some of the people that
Yeah.
have supposed to have done the most have done the least and hurt us, honestly, in the
Yeah.
same way. But dude, one that I really just don't like I'm just gonna call him out right now. It's this
Okay.
meme page, dude. It's called Unconvincing Undercover. And
I don't have no idea who that is.
so they just make fun of Fieldcraft all the time. That's the only reason I saw
That's
him.
frustrating.
But no, it's I would have a lot more respect for the dude if he posted anything about himself. So he won't show his face. Like he's definitely a Fed, like 100% he's a Fed, but I don't think he's like kicking doors and stuff because he's always on freaking Instagram. So I think he's like a CIS Fed. And so he just like makes memes and like stirs the pot. And it's
Desk
like,
jockey,
it's like, dude, you're talking all this shit from like behind this curtain. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, yeah, like you're like Oz right now talking shit, and we pull the curtain back, and you're like a little twerp. You know? Like, at least be like post, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're throwing all this shade at everybody else, but those other people are putting themselves in that position. Like you're just kind of being a bully at that point.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Like I've kind of put like I joke around about it. I've said it before. It's like the people who are like mostly like always making sure that their face is not shown whatsoever, making very, very strong statements or stirring, like you said, stirring the pot or trying to create something. It's like sometimes it's definitely for a sake of like attention, and like they're doing it for a sake.
It's
not all
a
the time.
void that they're trying to fill inside of here. Like if he was kicking
Yeah.
doors and doing that stuff and staying up till 3 a.m, your boy's not waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to make memes. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, like very minimal effort. Like
that's his like realization to his like where he's at. He's like, oh, I'm gonna make myself feel better by doing this, which is just not helping anybody. It's like, you could be negative and talk shit about people all day long, but what are you really providing? Like it's one thing if you say, okay, they're doing it wrong, here's how you do it right, but just to randomly make fun for no reason. It's like, at least Lucas is like, I feel like adding something and he's putting himself out there and he's putting him in the place to be criticized. Whereas some of these other people are just in the shadows. Just,
that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's sometimes the people that do that, like they'll go after or target people, and then of course the first thing you go to their page and it's a fucking private page.
Yeah,
it's private.
exactly.
And like that's my thing too. It's like, for me, it's like it's not worth getting in discussion or banters. And honestly, now that I think about it, I don't think I've really gotten in pissing contests or arguments with like really anybody.
Yeah.
Like I like the meme pages. Like I'm a pro meme page. Like, see some funny stuff or like some good stuff. And like sometimes I'll see something, I just roll my eyes like, all right, dude, you're definitely like, you're trying to do something. And I've got a couple dudes who definitely do that. And they've gotten like Noveski with that before.
Dude, so I think it's funny.
Pretty funny.
I think it's funny, but it's if you have to be doing it out of a funny thing, I think this guy's a little malicious.
Yeah, well, there's totally
malice,
different. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But it's funny because he hasn't made fun of me before. I've never been on his radar, but I guarantee you he is now. But I want to see some gas, dude. Make fun of me. Like, what you got?
I mean, like, dude, fucking the bold. I mean, like, to me, it's like if you're taking yourself so seriously that you can't like lighten up and be like getting in a disagreement or like being made fun of. Like, I've just come to that point where it's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's like the moment that you show that it really, really upsets you, then like you've just pretty much hook, line, and sinker. It's just they're just gonna reel it in. But this now, it's just like whatever, dude. Like, I'm not like I'm not in high school anymore where like my feelings are getting hurt because someone said, whatever, my feet are too small or my foot's fucked up. It's like,
sorry, I
what?
said that.
Yeah, thanks, dude. I didn't even know you said that. You must have said it when I was going to the bathroom,
no, it was
dude.
yesterday.
Oh, it's fucking
Remember?
It is fucked up though. Oh, no, you did. Well, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's funny.
But so one thing that I learned as like I get older, you don't people can say whatever they want to say. You can't stop somebody from saying some crazy shit.
Yeah.
But all you can do is control how you react to it. Hey, peace out, homie. But you can only control how you react to it.
For sure.
So like if you get mad, you've lost. You just got to just like people can say some off the wall stuff. You don't have to teach them. You're not their dad. You don't have to correct them. Just let them go do their thing and, move on.
They have more. There's a lot of stuff going on, most likely behind closed doors with them. The reason why
100%.
they're acting that way or showing out, especially if there's like no reason to. And I guess like, the only time that like I think something like needs to be discussed or stated or like publicly is if it's like a danger to someone's health.
100%.
Yeah, like something that could
100%.
possibly hurt you, yourself, or others or whatever.
Or you're
It's like,
concerned about somebody that they might self-harm or
yeah, it's like that's not a good look. That's kind of, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. And like, that's when you kind of have to be mindful of stuff like that. Or like, or something is they're hurting someone like an animal or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, exactly.
I think that's like when you really need to, like, that's when you blast somebody, that's worth like putting, calling them out and bullshit. And I think you should, that's the big thing. And same thing with people like, there's a little bit like a recent like minor fiasco. I mean, dude, fucking rip that bitch, boy. Put that damn thing,
Got
boy.
it. Got it.
ASMR, dude. This is now an ASMR podcast. But yeah, so I mean, like, there should be accountability, but like not in the sense, like you said, malicious. Like that's the big thing. Like there are dudes, man. Like there's a reason why they have like this, like, like they have this whatever profile, and then they'll go and comment. And dude, like the thing that irritates me the most is it'll be like, you can't, like they don't, this whatever account does not allow you to respond to them. Yeah. And it's like, imagine making that statement, like you making some stupid fucking comment, but you won't allow people to respond or tag you in it. Cowardly. That's so a fucking coward. Like, what a freaking pussy, dude. Yeah, you're the guy that's sitting there being like, oh, I'm bullied, but you're bullying people. Like, you might have got bullied when you were 12, but now you're doing that same pattern to everybody you meet. It's a different outlook. Yeah, you got bullied for 4 years. You've been bullying people for 20. You're the fucking problem. Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, that's what I'm saying. And I think a lot of people like that. Not all the time, but sometimes they were bullied. So like this is their way of kind of like, oh well, now I have a little bit of power because you got the chip on their shoulder. You're gonna So it's just kind of funny. Yeah. But I mean, stuff like that, man. It's just not worth. Like I think I've like blocked one account, and like just in general, like in terms, and it was because it was a bogus account that wouldn't stop fucking messaging me about like one thing. I'm like, I'm not interested, dude. Stop fucking DMing me. And so like, and I would keep on seeing like the message notification. So I'd go in and like, even if it was like in the whatever spam, it would still tell me that I had a message. And I'm like, okay, I'm tired of seeing this shit. So I'm just gonna block this dude. Like I'm fucking tired of seeing it. Dude, so, do we talk about the one that was doing it the more than anybody? WB? War? No, not worth it. Yeah. Not worth it. But another one that was probably more to the story. No, not even that, but more like a very cut and dry outlook of it. You know what I mean? Like the worst example of that you could give. Just like talking crap about everybody else, and then so like people like that, and I'm sure some people will be like, oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. WB will be the initials. No, I don't want to say he's not. He's not really relevant at all. He's gone. Yeah, he went private, and then I think he deleted it, and then like I don't know. I don't fucking keep up with it. I would ask somebody else, and he's like, oh, he still has an account. I was like, oh, whatever. Okay. Yeah. I thought he deleted it. But anyways, his sole purpose was 100% going after big names or anyone who maybe had a little bit of like controversy or anything recent, and then just start fucking railing on them. And then and just to get a reaction, and then like to the point where like hive mind stuff. Yeah, like you do go way overstepping. Oh, like, totally. Way overstepping. Very, yeah. If you take a picture of my face that was on, like, I posted on Instagram and add it to like some transvestite's body, like that's fine. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to trip about that. But if you're doing like personal stuff, like personal attacking, like family and stuff like that, or like malicious severed heads and stuff. That's fucking like, crazy, dude. It's just you're kind of like unhinged. I think you're a little unhinged. Like you need to get back to reality. Like you've been on Reddit. Yeah, maybe not even Reddit. You've been on fucking 4chan too long, bro. Do you remember that guy? So, did you ever see Whiskey Warrior 556? The name sounds familiar. He was a guy that was a military vet, and he basically they said he got red flagged, and the feds came to get him, and he was recording it on live, and it was supposed to be what they said it was for a domestic violence charge. He's gone. Wasn't it up in like the Northeast, right? Yes, yeah, and he was living on it. He kept calling them redcoats. He's like, the redcoats are outside. He's like chugging whiskey at like 7 a.m. Dude, that guy, they buried him under the jail, bro. He's never coming out. Yeah, he was supposed to get like 2 years for his domestic, and like he gone. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like gone, bro. That's like stuff in general. Like in terms of like when you're doing something that you may or may not know that you're not supposed to be doing, legality wise, and then dudes will just fucking do. People just put shit on social media or anywhere, and they think that some of that stuff is not being recorded. There's not like being words that are tracking you. There's like, not an agent already assigned to you. Like we talk about that all the time. Yeah, it's just like and I've talked to people too. It's like, I feel about this way about this law, and I think this is how people. This is the way to approach it. Yeah. But don't be sitting there DMing me messages like, bro, don't talk. Hey, this is what I have here. I'm like, dude, don't fucking tell me. I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Yeah, exactly. That's how you should do with everything. Like just same here. Carry on and don't like even announce what what you do or don't. Sending me some stuff where it's like, dude, I'm like guilty by association. Yeah, like, dude. It's sending me these off the wall memes. It's like, bro. Yeah, dude, like, I can't share that shit. Yeah, dude, I'm not even gonna like it. Yeah, like, dude, it was so funny that you say that. I can't even say what I thought it was, but it was my brother. I mean, like my brother and I, like, dude, like it's like it's like this, dude. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
memes, dude. Like we both like some crazy shit. Funny as hell. And you know, like he sends me one, and dude, like I see like the preview, and I'm like, what is this video, dude? Like it looks like a 4-letter word, and I'm like, I'm not going to put myself on a list watching this dude assemble something that he's not.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about a gun either.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, nope, not watching that. And it was like with a microwave, and I thought it was funny. So it was funny enough. I sent it to someone else, and I was like, hey, what is this? And I said to like two dudes, and I was like, hey, what is this video? And they were stupid enough to watch. And it was like some dude like taking apart a microwave, and it was like basically making like some really loud, like creating this really like bright beam of light. I mean, it was like fucking fake video.
Okay.
And I was like, I was like, whew, dude. I was wondering because I thought it was something else, and I was like, Jack, my brother, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, why the fuck do you send this to me? Like, dude, I'm already probably like, you know, whatever. I mean, I guess suppressors and whatever. So it's like they already have fingerprints. If they want me, they'll just fucking take me whenever. But
and I feel like, dude, we're definitely under a microscope right now. Like, cause like I wonder,
multiple things too.
It's so weird because like, you know, people will come over with like, you know, class 3s and stuff like that, and they'll be present, and I'll shoot them, and they're not like on the video when I'm shooting them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like at that point, you know, where does it stop? Like I took an airsoft suppressor the other day and put it on my 308 just to see what it looked like. It's like at that point, you could get raided for that.
Yeah,
they bust up in your crib, shoot your dogs, and then find out it's an airsoft suppressor. You know, it's like,
well, and so like on top of that too, because like I've had this discussion with people that there's 100% people that may personify themselves as dudes who are like doing shit they're not supposed to, and they're like just putting it everywhere. Like oh, I'm getting away with it. I'm doing this. They ain't doing nothing. Like they ain't coming after me. They're 100% snitches.
Yeah, 100% a plant. Yeah,
they're like 100% like they are just trying to get you to admit or accept something or buy something or whatever, or sell something, and then you are now officially check mark. There's a confirmation, easy money.
Broke a law, and now they go into it, and then they go in from there. Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. So like I've had some people mention stuff similar to that, like oh, like I had a coincidental interaction, and then all of a sudden, you know, like this, and it's like interesting, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So, or dudes will be like, yo, dude, I just got this this FP PEC. Like they got it from here. I was like, dude, fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's just way too much heat that I'm not trying to deal with right now.
So you can, I think the way it works with, because I was talking to Gear Plug about it a while back, you can actually own full power lasers.
Yep.
As long as it's like second market, it's already been like delisted and stuff.
But most of them I don't think are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of them are stolen. Yeah, and then that's with full power PECs. Now, when you start talking about NGALs, malls, and then like
LA5s,
LA5s, like any of like these a little bit more tuned up lasers or modern day lasers. And so NGALs, malls, what's the other one? The raids. Oh yeah, dude, they will send you some letters. You will hear from oh dude, little fucking you will hear from their lawyer, and like they're gonna be like, okay, where'd you get it from? 1, 2, send us a fucking laser you're not supposed to allow to have. And
not
3,
even where'd you get it from. They're gonna be like, we're charging you with this unless you tell us exactly where you got it from. And I mean, I've never had to deal with any of that, but it's just like that's not the point in my life where I'm trying to be, dude. Like if I was gonna do some illegal shit, bro, I would do something illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to I'm trying to do everything the right way. And for these like a meme can be a hiccup. Like you just got to put everything in perspective. You know, like
self-awareness. You know, like saying stuff or whatever. But anyways, so the whole encapsulated is just, you know, being mindful of things you say, even if you're full of shit. Because sometimes people say that they'll just bullshit because they think, oh, like this is what would be considered cool. Like, oh yeah, I got this, or you know, I do this or whatever. And it's like, I don't have that. But you may have just put yourself in a category that
exactly, bro.
You're now like you're kind of under. You kind of got a closer eye on you. So
like I know a lot of like the like this is nothing to do with like us or anything, but like a lot of the like inner city kids, they'll claim gang affiliations that they're actually not.
Oh yeah,
and then they get pulled into RICO cases, dude. And it's like, oh yeah, you weren't even a part of the gang, bro. You're getting life, like just because you claimed this thing that you weren't to try to get friends, you know, or to get a girl. It's like it's not worth it, you know.
Absolutely not. Yeah. So I mean, just being mindful, like, you know, self-aware.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was something else I was going to tag onto that, but I mean, that's pretty much it though. I mean, that's like social media in a realm. Everyone's trying to be, popular, relevant, or like have the cool thing. And like I think we all get kind of caught up in it, like the idea or the concept of seeing stuff and or being a part of a group, or like not being the outsider.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Being cool. Everybody wants to be cool.
Yeah, everyone wants to be cool.
It goes back to like human civilization and tribes and shit like that. If you were kicked out of the tribe, bro, you're dead. You know what I mean? So you want to belong. You want to have homies. Dr. Disrespect,
dude. 100. This is the OG one. This is back when he was on Twitch, dude. It's the sponsored G Fuel Cup, dude. Yeah, dude. Nice catch on that, dude.
Damn, hell yeah.
Dude, have you ever watched Dr. Disrespect?
No, I'm sure we will though.
Oh yeah, dude. So like he's one of the OG like streamers. Like,
okay.
But again, like so he popularized. Well, I wouldn't say. I'm sure there may be someone else, but in my opinion, probably one of the most successful in terms of that. Like, I guess in my outlook on it, for me, watching someone play games, it's kind of boring. So like if I'm going to watch someone else playing games, like why would I watch someone else play it when I could just play myself or whatever?
Yeah.
Or you're like, so you either have to be really good, so you see this dude just fucking pulling off some crazy
blitz
shit
and stuff, yeah.
And then a lot of times these days, especially, a lot of them are cheaters, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's true, and that's fucking wild. But
later specialist.
I did see a dude, and then the other guy is and the other side of that is entertainment.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be the best gamer, but if you are funny as hell and you're able to like really just entertain and just like, put on a show. Cause that's what, cause these dudes, you're subscribing to them, you're paying them. It's like a subscription.
Yeah.
You're paying for them to entertain you. So you want to have a guy who's entertaining you in the time.
For that same amount of money, you could sign up some girls' OnlyFans. Bro.
Yeah, which is
you better
fucking
be funny.
Crazy within itself, dude. Like, okay. So I'm gonna say something about that because that's crazy myself.
Okay, here we go.
Firm handshake. Yeah, I say firm handshakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just before, because I know I'm gonna forget. Go on your thing. But whenever we're done with that, I got a question for you.
Okay.
The question is, you can start pondering on it already.
All right.
What is 2 pieces of content that you think would be the coolest to film at Greyfarm? Because at Greyfarm, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Like we can do anything. Like within realm, like we can ride in a truck and blast out the windows, like at the berm. Like we can have Max on the back with like
feet hanging out,
dude, toes in the air, bro. And like he's just banging steel as I'm like whipping on the dirt bike, dude. Like we can do some stuff. So same with you guys. If you guys think of some super cool content, drop it. But all right.
So let me answer it now.
No, keep going. You're talking about the OnlyFans.
Okay, so I know one answer already because I've had it like ever since
you got this one.
Ever since the first time, ever since the first time we like met up and hanging out, like I had it already in my mind, like envisioned. So I'll come with that. Oh, dog, go crazy, go stupid. Try to hold on 1 second, guys.
Yeah, pause. We got the dogs doing their thing. Think that you can shoot safely after dark.
Yeah.
Oh,
go
sorry,
ahead. Good. Continue. Yeah, we're answering questions.
Somebody said a 50-pound tannerite shot. My neighbors would love that. Dude, I had some seals that wanted to come down and slap charges and blow up the pine trees. And I was like, dude, that sounds so sick. And then I was like, bro, game over. Like, game over. Like, they're going to get in trouble for that. Like, someone's going to come and they're going to be like, wait a second.
We know for a fact that there's something that not,
Yeah.
Whatever.
But, so night vision shoot, we can do that.
Yeah.
Who let the dogs out, bro?
Yeah, so we're on the second floor of my house, and like on this side or above the garage, and I didn't even know this until like we bought the house. Like, so it's called a frog. Never heard of that in my life. And I was like, oh yes, that's a frog. And I'm like a what, bro? What the fuck? What the fuck's a frog? But anyways, different story. But other side of the house is where the front door is. And so like, dude, if the male comes, everyone comes to front. If one dog goes off, other dogs on the other side of the house, they don't know what's going on, but they hear someone else barking. They're like, shit, bitch, I'm gonna fucking start barking too, dude. Let's fucking light this bitch up. But anyways, so in terms of this, you have to be super entertaining, be able to like really like, be funny. I think that's a big thing, is like just be able to entertain people who you're, going after or like, market and stuff like that. And dude, those guys just make a killing, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like that's all it takes. You can just be super entertaining.
My phone died.
Oh no. That dude's frozen, dude. He's frozen in space.
Turn your sound
on.
Yeah,
I'll just turn it off.
No, turn your sound on.
Oh shit.
Your mic's muted.
Let her go.
All right, so my phone died. Sorry, boys.
Yeah. I gotta be careful because if I unplug this, sometimes it'll fuck up Instagram and then it'll like mute it and then it'll like start stuttering. So as soon as I'll pull this over to you in a second.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, you have to be entertaining like on these streaming platforms. I feel like so you have to be entertaining or super talented. But it's been kind of crazy because there's been so many people have been revealed that have been just cheating the entire time. Like, and dude, it's almost insane. Like, and like I don't know, it's not. I'm not gonna go in that rabbit hole because you're not like a gamer, you're not like a big deal. Like, there's a lot of cheating. But anyways, let's see here. Invite the locals.
That's a genius idea.
Yeah, they do it once.
I've been trying to do that, and it's just hard to find the time. And so I was telling people before, the local law enforcement, it has such a quick turnover rate that if it's like 3 months in between the time that we shoot, we'll have a whole different set of guys coming out. But I really like that idea. I want to do that, and I want to do like the local SWAT teams and stuff. And I kind of want
that'd be cool,
because I just want my neighbors to call the police and then have the police like already.
Yeah, we already have. Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so
Reverse
I mean,
Uno card.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's I was gonna say? Like they've already been out there so many times, but like you said, there's the turnover.
Different.
Like,
yeah. So I just I have the chief's number now. So like whenever he comes up, I just have him on speaker. I'm just like, yeah. You talk to him.
Yep.
But the question, the Greyfarm content.
Yeah. So okay.
So you had one cocked, locked, and ready to rock.
Yeah. So like the first time we met up, it was last year. I don't remember exactly when we met up, but it was obviously before August because that was the first time you came down here.
You sure did? I think it was earlier on in the year.
That was when you came down here, but I went up to your place
because it was hot.
First.
Was that the year before?
I think it was like maybe the beginning, maybe May.
Okay, that sounds right.
It was like it was a couple months prior because we started planning it after you came down because like that was like
because you came to me first. Yeah, and then
it came out.
Yeah.
So, but I just envisioned like the thought of like just riding dirt bikes with night vision. Yeah. And like there's the thought of that, of being able to like, like doing that. Like, and I've driven with like all the lights off and blacked out and then just, just just wearing night vision and driving and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's super easy as long as you have everything set up and like, you're, have it focused correctly, blah, 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 et cetera.
You want it far focused.
Yeah. Far focused. And then
you don't need to see the bars. You need to see that ditch.
Yeah. And like, and then on top of that, like if you can put like an IR in front of you just to have a throw in front of you. So it's a little bit more like,
That's what I was thinking. I was going to just get Rigid. Rigid makes IR pods.
Yeah,
so like hook them right up to the battery.
So I was actually thinking about getting that for my Jeep and then pulling the fuse for like, like there's
everything else,
like so it has like the constant on lights, so you can turn them on and off. But like I found like there's like a thing where you can get it where all the lights are turned off. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Get that, turn that off, put like two either one or two little IR cubes on each side. I'm like,
exactly.
Perfect. Like that way you can have it going back. Or even if you're at a shoot, you're like, okay, I can put two like, IR beams down for shooting or whatever. Dude, but so that's pretty cool.
I want to get a Kydex for the side of the dirt bike for like a 4570 or like a 38 like lever gun, just like chilling, dude.
Yeah.
That would be fire.
I'm
gonna go hit the bathroom.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so and as he's going about, I'll just say, that the whole concept was definitely like being able to do like some cool I don't know, like the concept of that to me always seemed really cool. Like doing a little bit of dirt bike riding, hanging out, obviously under night vision, but whatever. It's not a big deal. Invite the big dudes, lieutenants. Yeah, I mean, like, sometimes when you have those kind of guys, they're not interested whatsoever in some of that. Like, that's just like, they're a little bit different mindset, a little bit older generation. They don't really give two shits about whatever that is. They're just looking for a paycheck. Not all the time, though. Not all the time. You just never know. But like normally, I think if you kind of involve that, like, training operations, et cetera, you can maybe. I'm watching this crazy fucking. I don't even know what is he doing, dude. He's like injecting something into like a hush puppy or something. I don't know, crazy. But anyways, yeah. Clonish, what's up, man? Noah, what's up, dude? Make that Kydex. Yeah, let him know. Just ping him. I know he was getting something Kydex made recently. I don't know what it was, unless that's what he's referring to or whatever. But yeah, just slide in Greyfarm's. Slide it in the DMs, dude. Poured it over. And I remember your name, dude. But so. But yeah, so I guess in terms of all that stuff, I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I also know, like, maybe in theory it sounds cool. I think that happens a lot. Like, in theory you're doing something cool or what you think would be cool. And then when you end up actually doing it, ends up doing like, it just ends up like falling apart, like, like baking a cake and not having everything correctly, like ratioed, and it fucking just falls, it just fucking just crumbles. But, it's like everything, trial and error. I think that's a lot of it. So have him ping me. Yeah, man. I'm going to try to remember, like, depending on how, like, when he comes back and then we get conversation wise, I'll try to remember. But yeah. See this spray here.
But yeah, dude,
gotcha. That's right. Okay.
I would love to do that, dude. And
yeah,
the people, dude, I feel like I've been really digging like Noveski's marketing vibe for the last little bit.
You've been digging it?
Been digging it. Like, I really like the way that they're going with it.
There's some stuff I totally agree.
I ran up the stairs. Sorry, I'm out of breath.
Yeah. I never seen it. I'm on, dude. I'm on. Like, honestly, I had to get and turn myself off because people were asking me or pinging me, and they were thinking I'd be online When in reality, it's because like my desktop is, up but I'm not home. Like, so people are like, they'll be like, oh, dude, are you online? Are you on? Like, no, dude,
okay.
sorry. I'm not
Gotcha.
I'm not there. Like, well, it says you're on. I'm like, well, I'm, technically I'm on, but I'm not there. Like, I'm not going to, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't just, if I'm on, you ping me and I know I'll always respond. But yeah, dude, I'm on pretty much all the time. Or at least, if I'm at home, I'm working or do something like that, and it's in front of me. Sometimes I'll stay off of it so I don't get like, stuck in a conversation on Discord, which happens a lot.
Yeah.
Someone will ask me like, oh, Max, give me an info dump on 416s. I'm like, okay, hold on a second. I'll start fucking,
Here we go.
like, 1 hour later, and like, oh yeah, thank you for giving me every bit of information that I did not ask for.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, now you know though.
But
So,
yeah, for the sidecar holster, being that I work at Fieldcraft, we have a deal with Marlin. So I hit up Marlin and they were like, I was gonna do a 4570 at first. They gave me like a super good deal on it. But instead of doing the 4570, I think I'm gonna do a 38 because like I want to throw a suppressor on it, and I've also got like a cowboy wheel gun, like single action revolver that's in 38. Was a 357, but it'll shoot 38. So I was like, that'd be a cool little mix to do on that. But
it'd be pretty cool.
heck
I think
yeah.
I remember you. I think I remember the mare's leg holster. It was for oh my gosh, dude, what is that guy's name? Like, I can think of it. He worked at Noveski. Not Matt. Matt's super cool dude. I hope he's doing okay. He's one of the guys at Noveski that was like one of the first cool guys I got to meet over there. And he's like moved up, but he's like, he kind of stays off the grid a little bit, like stays off the radar and stuff. But super, super cool dude. Like,
heck yeah.
I like him. He's like an awesome dude. Like, we'll randomly, spontaneously like, hey dude, hope you're doing well. Like,
Yeah.
Same thing with like, dude, one of my favorite guys. I'm gonna shout him out because I know he kind of like stays off social media as much as he was. But oh my god, dude, fucking
Wife.
I know, no, wife, dude, what the hell? No, oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
oh
let's talk about what you couldn't remember old girl's name.
Dude,
yesterday.
I know that was
Wife.
crazy. yeah, wife. Well, I mean, I was just like, I was about to look it up on my phone. I'm let me pull up my phone. I'm like, fuck, my phone's right there. Dude,
Yeah, that guy
that's okay.
You can basically make up anyone's name right now and you're good.
No, dude. No. Damn, your phone's dead too. Fuck,
Yeah.
man. Fuck, dude. I was just texting him, man. Fuck.
Oh, laptop.
I'm gonna pull it up. But anyways,
Do we have
oh
any
my
other?
god, the dog's going crazy.
Do you
right
have
now.
Do you have a second piece of content, or you got to chew on that one?
I'm just gonna chew on that one. But anyway, oh damn, dude, I cannot believe it's like I'm blanking out about it. Anyways, it's just kind of, I don't even know what the conversation's about anymore. He's over that way too.
You know what I want to film, dude?
What's up?
I've got a 40 mic grenade launcher, airsoft, and I want to put you can get the mortar tubes in it, and you can slide them down in there, dude. And so for 4th of July, bro, I'm gonna be banging steel with the 40 mic.
Did you see that one video of like one guy, we were getting like the mortar like firework launcher, well the mortar fireworks, like the tubes, and we had, I can't remember what the model was. It was either the LMT, it was one of them, and it was the same thing. It was like a sealed up like launcher, like noob tube, like we were firing off like just like the mortar lighters from like the fireworks and stuff. Dude, it was dope as hell.
That sounds sick, but you know what, dude? I think our boy has a real one.
Fucking even better, dude.
Yeah,
even
I
better.
think he does. Oh, there's Dad's Pelican. What's up,
Dad?
my boy?
And my boy Ironclad. What's up, dude? But yeah, so
Slang.
dude, I cannot believe I forgot his name.
I can't believe you forgot that guy's
I know
name.
I know. I don't want to say his actual first name. I'm just trying to remember by his handle because that's the like.
That's what I'm saying. I can't remember handles. I just can't.
It's like back and forth. Like sometimes I remember. It depends on how much I've interacted with you. So I don't want to say his name, but he's Pacific Northwest. Good friends with like the dudes over at Noveski. He does tattoo, like a big tattoo guy, and he's kind of like I don't want to say he went dark, but he's just been kind of quiet. Dude, I cannot remember what his name is on Instagram, but he's kind of quiet. But dude, such a good dude. Awesome guy. He like same thing. Like I've had a bunch of people who've like randomly checked up, like, hey man, I hope you're doing well, like whatever. And like that's like super, especially like community wise, but not really relevant. But
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. So, but yeah, so upcoming thing. So in terms of, so we did the last event, and then the upcoming one is going to be cool. I mean, like it's in September 23rd.
Gotcha. Yep. We're probably going to start about 5:00. Basically anybody's welcome. We just got to confirm like details and stuff like that, because like I said, my address is hard to find. So if we just blast out an address, dude, you're like half the people aren't going to make it. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a big IG group chat. So basically keep an eye out for that. We're going to basically get like, it's going to be building from like the main players outward, if that makes sense. So like we just got to get like it's easier to communicate with the people that are like trying to get certain things to bring like prizes and stuff, merch, stuff like that. So we'll get all of that baseline, and then we'll add you guys in later as stuff goes on. But basically, just to keep the information flow as easy as possible, because last time, like the group chat ended up just becoming a meme page.
Yeah,
and like the people were like, "Oh yeah, I stopped reading the group chat after the second day because it was like just 75 memes at a time." And I was like, "Okay, I feel that."
Yeah, it was super difficult to get like a head count and stuff like that. So it was kind of like a shit show of trying to like, well, I have no idea how many people are going to be eating.
We had no idea who was even like
showing
all these
up,
people
whatever.
were saying they were going to show up. Like we had a lot of people be like, "Oh yeah, we're super down. We'll be there for sure, 100%."
But that's crazy too. Week of.
They never. Yeah, they like, "Hey man, you still coming?" "Yeah, bro. Like everything looks good. Got my flight. I'm coming into Raleigh. I got a rental car. We got an Airbnb in Southern Pines." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
I mean, like there was one guy that I asked like the day of, and the day like literally 2 days prior, he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm planning on coming," and I was like, I don't believe it. Like I think you're full of shit, which is kind of like a weird thing to lie about. Just be like, "Nah, dude, it's just gonna be difficult for me to make it because it's across whatever."
Yeah.
Like, and I just knew. I was just like, there's no way. I do not believe that shit. Like, I know for a fact you're not going to fucking make it. Like,
you would have done
Welsh.
more. Yeah, you would have done more.
Yeah. So, like, I knew it was going to happen. So that's kind of a frustrating thing, too. Then you waste your energy trying to, formulate whether this guy's coming and stuff. So,
and getting excited. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, sick, dude. Like, yeah, we're going to have a bunch of, like, really cool people here. And then it's
Definitely.
like, and then is like, you set that standard in your mind. And then from there, it's just like less
Downhill.
and less. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, why? But yeah, dude, I will definitely hit you up about that Kydex. If you can, dude, just follow me on here and I'll follow you right back, dude, and we can go from there.
But yeah, so it'll be cool. I'm excited for it too. And so like,
what I have another question, bro. What kind of food truck? I was thinking like a taco kind of like food truck.
Whatever is,
or like a white people food truck.
Dude, yeah. I mean, like whatever.
Kale chips.
Fuck
no, that, dude.
Hell no. But I will say, just I think anything that you can eat while it's like even somewhat warm, because like sometimes the weather will fluctuate. Like sometimes in September, it's hot as dog's ass.
Like
so like, you don't want to eat something, be shooting or running around. We're not doing like we're not doing like the guy, like the fucking peeps, like whatever. What is the name of that one shooting competition?
I don't know.
You never heard that before? Dude, I cannot, again, blanking out. I wish Privateer Group was here and he would tell me. But it's like the peeps thing, and it's like a torture, almost like a torture. Someone will say it, someone will know.
Yeah.
But like, dude, you like eat peeps at different stations and drink shit.
Oh, it's like the Krispy Kreme run. I know.
Yeah, dude, and it's like it's made to fuck you up, But yeah, like you said, pizza rolls.
That sounds
you looking real good, twin. You looking real good, twin. But yeah, so something like that. I mean, like anything light, like little taco. I think tacos is a good idea. Like sandwiches or something.
Something, yeah.
Something easy.
Ooh, dude, we could do like a big ass like Jimmy John's or like Little Dino's, like just one of those like 40-foot sandwiches, and then like
everyone gets
some other shit. Just like
I think so.
Just make it as easy as possible.
Cola Warrior, there it is. Yeah, Cola Warrior. They used to have it like in different parts of the different regions and stuff like that.
Dude, you know what else? Wizard Ford has a really good idea yesterday. He said that we should put in a frisbee golf thing for whenever we're done shooting, so when we're drinking beers and shit, we still have stuff to do. And then I can throw in a putting green too, bro.
That'd be dope.
And we just like, because I know it'll probably be into that golf shit.
Yeah, we can do even like 4 holes, and like even 4 holes is like you can like manipulate those 4 holes into like make it actual like little mini course or something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
be pretty dope.
Mow the grass like 3 times beforehand.
Yeah, pretty good. But yeah, man. So I guess we'll kind of start. I'm gonna wrap this up because I know that the wife will be getting home.
Yep.
And when she goes home, then this damn dog is gonna be going crazy up in here. So
be getting bark.
Yeah, let's go super loud. And then my boy needs to get his phone back online too.
Yeah.
So but yeah. So anything else, dude? Anything else going crazy or anything popping off or anything you're excited about? I mean, that's pretty big. Like the September is really big. It's
super
exciting.
Stoked. And then we had our first actual merch drop. It wasn't really merch. It was more just like slaps and patches kind of thing.
Yeah.
But dude, it went awesome, man. I was really like surprised by the amount of like support we received from that.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool just to see
Pretty
where
awesome.
everybody was following from. So that's gonna be the next thing. I want to get some t-shirts printed. I want to just get a bunch of really fire merch going on. I just want to see my t-shirts on people. You know what I mean? Like I want to see the message spread out. So like I'm super stoked for that. We're turning the barn into a shoot house, doing a bunch of like Fieldcraft survival personal security classes and stuff in there.
Pretty cool.
Really stoked on that because we're going to get some UTM bolts and we'll be able to create some really good content as well as do some really good training, with the boys. From there, man, it's really just kind of onwards and upwards, man. I'm just
Mhm.
trying to, get better cameras, better equipment, and just, keep
Yeah.
the vibe alive and just keep it going, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and there's always like always different directions and paths, and I think like that's the best thing is like sometimes you just have to do stuff, and then when you get it done, then you kind of know like, okay, that was a lot of fun, like where it went, and then from here, like making this like it'd be cool to be able to develop or not develop, but like put something like this out here.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh,
So,
dude, I know. I
yeah.
see the stuff Sup Devs do it, and like some of these other people, and I'm like, dude, that is awesome. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I would really like to do something like that one day.
Yeah,
And
I think it's important to try to always not follow in other people's footsteps or like carry on with the same thing, but like always put your own little brand on everything, and like
100%.
you have to make yourself stand out, and
Yep.
so like I think you're set up really well, like you have a great, like direction. You kind of have seen stuff, and luckily you've got all these cool brands that you're friends with, we're friends with, and we
Yeah.
kind of know. So it's kind of
that's
cool.
a huge help.
Yeah,
Huge help.
it's kind of cool to see, and then like having your own unique taste and like inputs. That way, it's not like same thing over and over again, rinse and repeat. Because I think there's a lot about that.
Yeah, and I think having the range is really advantageous too, just
Yeah.
because
Oh,
like
100%, yeah.
like we can go out there and create whatever content we want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if we had the budget for it, bro, like we could create a swimming pool at like the 100-meter mark, bro,
Yeah, it's
and like come up out the water with like some snorkel on, bro. And just
Yeah.
Like-
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's always, I guess, like that's I always get super excited, maybe too excited, and I start like like I let the brain take over, and I start thinking like, oh, it'd be really cool to do like this or like have this, and then like have a drone or whatever, and then it just and like on top of that, sometimes I've just realized that the first run may be fucking dog shit. Like
Yeah.
it may not be exactly how you envision it, or it's trash, but as soon as you do it, you get a run through.
Yep.
You're like, okay, it's kind of cool. Like I know what I did wrong. Next time we're gonna fucking rock it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like we know how to improve on it or do it the right way, or like you look up, okay, this is what happened, like running whatever footage or content. And
You
so
know,
like,
you know how I think about that, bro?
Yeah.
Think about it like you're standing there and you're getting ready to shoot your pistol. You're staring at the target. If you stare at the target for 5 minutes, you're not going to have any better idea of how you're going to shoot.
Yeah.
If you take that fucking first shot and you realize I'm low left, adjust high right, you hit
Yeah.
it. You shoot your shot, you miss, and then you hit the mark the second time, as opposed to sitting there and never taking the shot.
overcomplicate.
Yeah. Thinking about it too long, trying to cross all the T's and dot all the I's. Just send it.
Yeah,
show
dude,
up.
I'm 100% guilty of that, because like that's my thing, is like I'm like perpetually kind of like overdoing some things with the aspect of like trying to perfect it the first time, and even though I know like, okay, I'm gonna do it, whatever happens, but I'll have everything, and then end up not using half of it, or
Yep.
it's just like, okay, well now I know that I don't need this next time. It's just a
Yep.
waste of time
Yep.
bringing all this.
Yep.
It's always something. It's a balance.
Yeah.
It's a balance of doing stuff. That's like just content, whatever in general.
Yeah.
And so I like to kind of broadcast whatever content you're doing is the same type of lifestyle. You
Yeah,
wanna,
exactly.
that's the thing that's
Exactly.
important too. You don't want to have a range shirt or whatever, and then it's like, yeah, we don't have a range. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
or you got like
Yeah.
a pirate ship on the back of your shirt. It's like, why is the fuck you got a pirate ship? Where's
like,
that fit in?
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
I mean like it's whatever. It's like some stuff or aspects or parody or whatever.
Sorry, I'm trying to see.
Oh yeah. Reading some messages. Frisbee golf. Yeah, wrap it
Frisbee
up.
golf bussin'.
Wrap it up,
The
yo.
Gen 2 HR Cerakote. Hell yeah.
He's talking about the Navy stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
go down a little bit more. I saw a Greyfarm.
Circular craft gray. Yeah, dude, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
That would be fire.
Yeah, and so like funny that you say that, because like I've had like a lot of reflection, I would say, like past couple like weeks and stuff like that, and trying to get things back on the track of like things in the direction that I want it to go,
Mhm.
like outlook wise, and like what I expect, and then what kind of relationships and stuff. And that's what I've seen more and more. I'm like, I need to put more emphasis back on the things that made it fun, you know?
Yeah.
And so like doing collabs again and working with people, and then trying to brainstorm and make something cool, or like develop, or not develop, but like, put something together that would be kind of cool, that we both would want to see, or
Yeah.
we both would want to wear, and then we think that other people would wear. And then when they do, like, here's your opportunity, get it, whatever. So
Heck yeah, that sounds amazing.
I like stuff like that too. Like I'm kind of
Yep.
excited about getting back into some of that realm and that aspect of stuff. So
Heck yeah.
we'll see, step by step. But yeah,
Shoot house is coming, 100%. Heck yeah.
what's up, guys?
Drone footage, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I even got a drone for that specific purpose.
Yeah, I've got one too, just chilling.
Yeah. What's up, Brenda? What's up, dude? ADH. Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%.
Dude,
But yeah.
the kiddie pool, I like that idea, dude. I
Yeah.
might do that one. I want to do one. I'll just go ahead and say it right now, because I'm probably going to do it like before this podcast comes out.
It'll be out this week. It'll be out this week.
But
All three of them.
it's gonna have a desk just like this, dude, and I'm gonna be sitting there, and I'm gonna have my hands on the thing, and the shot timer's gonna go beep. I'm gonna reach down. There's the pistol's gonna be on the thing. I'm gonna grab a bottle of whiskey, pop the top, pour it into a shot glass, take the shot, slam it on the counter, and be like, time.
Dude, I would
That's gonna be a good one.
I would do it where like you don't even know where you're at, but you just see like it's like this face, like just like squared up, like in the middle of the profile.
Yeah.
Same thing. You're gonna hear like the beep, and then you're just gonna hear me pissing. That'd be fucking hilarious. Like I'd be like volume on, like for whatever, and like
put like a really nice mic, dude. So you
yeah,
get that, like,
100%,
trickle.
100%, yeah, like beep, and like you just, I mean, you don't have the zipper because like I'm wearing like fucking gym shorts all the time. You just hear just a fucking hard, like good strong stream, dude.
Sounds perfect, bro.
And then like it'll be like the whole preface would be like drink more water. That'd be my thing, like drink more water, hydrate. This podcast is sponsored by
Hoist.
Hoist.
Yeah.
Hoist. Please God. Hoist. I need more.
Hook your man's up,
yeah.
bro.
Or BioLite's my boy, but I mean like
military level hydration.
I'm a mercenary when it comes to like the hydration drinking. So like whoever comes first, except for Prime, I don't fuck with Prime.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that Prime, bro. That motherfucker got too much money as it is. So
I was
yeah,
gonna say that shit got cancer in it.
Probably, yeah. Tastes like cancer.
I'm about to say yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. But anyways, but yeah. So dude, this is fun, dude. This is fun. This is pretty long. This is a long ass little Instagram live. Had a good like mix of people.
Yeah, dude. I like it was super sick seeing all the homies that jumped on here.
Yeah.
Like your homies too that I haven't even met before.
Yeah, they're
like,
all cool dudes.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
And like two in the afternoon too. And some of these guys are on the West Coast, so it's like it's really
11
like
in the morning.
Yeah, dude. So it's really cool to see that. And like, dude, doing lives are always kind of crazy because you're trying to balance it around. Like, real life kicks in like for 4:30, 5 o'clock for me. Like at this point, wife's getting home.
Yeah.
I'm helping with dinner, helping the dog. So at that point, it's like I'm off work and I'm having to focus on real life stuff, and like being able to balance that. And then like, I'll do a little bit of interaction, whatever. And then evening time, it's like, well, people have jobs and it's hard. If I get on, if I'm not working, it's my decompressing time, or it's like, it's getting too late and I need to go to bed.
Yep.
And like, some people, it's hard to find that medium. Like who's wants to, it's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah. And I think the next time you come down to Greyfarm, bro, we need to do the exact same thing, but there.
Yeah. No,
like,
I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
And like,
we could even do one at the range, bro. If we got like some way to do like a Wi-Fi
table,
booster.
like a big table. Yeah. And just set it up and like right in the middle of the range. I think that'd be really cool.
And then like halfway through, just start busting. Not like halfway through, but like just like be like, all right, what drill you want to see? And then we both run it.
Yeah.
I would do some fun stuff.
I think it'd be really cool to do that at night. Because I have actual studio lights now, and like bringing the studio lights out and have it. Like you have like the big table, like shining the light, and like all you can see is like at the table. And then like you can see like the silhouettes in the back of the targets because just like the over whatever.
Yeah.
But like I think that idea is super cool because that's like someone tunes in, they go into a live, and they're like, all right, what are these two dingleberries doing?
Yeah, sitting in a house chilling.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like to me, if I tune in, like unless it's like directed towards me, if I see something, because people want to see something specific, entertainment or like something unique.
That sounds fire, dude.
Kind of like we described later. Yeah. But like if you're in the backyard and you see these two lights coming down, everything around them, like or under night vision, but obviously you want to be able to see them, but same thing. It's just anything that's like garnering interest. Dude, we're gonna do that fucking tonight.
We should, bro. Let's do it.
We're about to fucking do that tonight. Like, there's no reason why we couldn't do that tonight. We could do another live tonight, and that way it won't upset the wife because she goes to bed like that fucking right before like the sun is going down, like super early. She'd be working hard. She working. So, but that would be actually pretty fucking dope. Yeah, actually, that'd be actually really fucking cool. All right.
That's called brainstorming, boys. That's how it goes down right there, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, that'd be really cool. We'll do that fucking tonight. It'll be easy. We'll set it up before it gets too like super pitch black.
Oh, I'm rocking nods the whole time.
Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll have the lights, and then we'll do it.
Yeah, your boy gonna be sitting here like this.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'll be really cool, and then we can do see like in my aspect too, because Instagram Live again we talked about it earlier because we're pushing those 2 hours because I'm trying to keep it not too long. But when it comes to like content and stuff like that, you want to be entertaining, and then you want to have the platform that will support you or whatever, or be able to get you like garner people that don't follow you or whatever. And that's what the problem with a lot of stuff with Instagram is.
You can't get new.
You can't get new people. So like you kind of have an echo chamber, and like obviously you want to be able to expand and like have new people, new interactions, you meet and stuff. But like on a channel like. You have to be careful because they're all like that now. Yeah. But like YouTube, Twitch, and stuff, like if you're able to stream stuff so they allow a wide, diverse people, and like that way you can do a full platform instead of like a phone, and then you don't have to worry about things popping up and stuff. So,
but
yeah, we'll see.
In a weird way, I wonder if that's not strengthening the community because it's keeping the same players in the same thing with a smaller amount. So they think they're hurting us, bro, but they're just actually helping it out.
Yeah, but at the same time, I can see it being difficult for people who want to grow or like trying to learn. Because
the 12-year-old kid that's turning 13, 14 that's trying to get into guns, bro, he's never going to see the stuff we have. Like he has to already know guns. He has to already follow like Aim Point, Daniel, all these different people to even remotely see us.
Yeah, Bing words, like stuff that you see at a shop or gun shop, and then that's what pings up, or like when you Google it or whatever, or like the big names, it's, unless you're
Grantham. Grantham's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Grantham,
and that's what I'm
Haley
saying.
Strategic, Fieldcraft, like they're all a big net, but you know.
Well, and that's I was gonna say, like, because when you have these big names, like obviously their whole purpose is going to be garnering interest from their viewership and whatever, and having content out, but without like expanding to that. Like some people will never see some like the more unique or diverse. Some people will never know about Superior Defense, like SupDef.
Exactly,
and
or
that's
Miles.
That's
sad.
That's a very unique niche type of very cool like outlook and visual, whether you like them or not. Like it's very, does some really cool stuff. It's
fire,
different.
Dude. So one of the first guys to take a freaking machine gun, dude, and put it in a pool. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like poolside, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, but anyways, though, very cool. We'll try to reconvene later this evening, do another live, and try and do that little cool little setup and see. But thanks again for joining in. Ton of people, podcast. I'll say the aim, but the goal is to have. I'm planning on having 3 live podcasts ready to roll this week. So you guys will have 1, 2, 3 different podcasts, 3 new stuff, 3 new guests. Well, 2 new guests, 1 great reoccurring guest that's more fresh. I actually have content that's relevant to when it was released.
Hell yeah.
So
oh yeah, your boy's hair's gone, dude. I mean, we
didn't
even talk about that.
Grazing,
Yo, so your boy had the locks for about 2 years. He's rocking the COVID cut. Now I'm rocking the undercover 10-year-old.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Everybody looks at me like I'm an undercover cop.
Yeah, see an iron, but we'll do that. And so what's your handle again, just in case anyone hasn't caught it or doesn't know?
For sure. Grey_farm. We also started branching out into YouTube a little bit. We're gonna get killed by the algorithm, but like you can see the stuff a little bit higher quality because I film everything on a DSLR, so some of it's lost by Instagram. So jumping on YouTube as well, just Grey_farm. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and you guys already know. So I mean, like everything will be posted, and if you didn't catch that, you can look at the description. It'll have a link and everything like that for you guys to go directly to, and the website as well. So
yeah, I was about to say I got a website now too, but basically drop based merch. So whenever we do a drop, we'll drop it, and when it sells out, it's gone. One of one type stuff, but yeah, man, super stoked. If you guys have any questions or even just want to talk, man, just hit the DMs, dude. Like that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, absolutely, and vice versa. And again, apologies to my boy who made the boulder picture.
Yeah, dude. So, heck yeah, it was fire, bro. It's okay, dude. I showed it to him.
Yeah, and I thought it was hilarious. So,
had your back.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Yeah, he has myself too. So, anyways, though, all right, guys. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. Annex, you're next, boy. I'm coming for your ass. All right, dude. Take it easy.
Peace.